This is Larry and Kathie's Blazin' Hit Radio.
Live from the Mile High City.
Blazing music.
Hey, so we just saw. I was heard some news on the way in about Matt Lauer.
Yeah, as soon as Matt
getting
Lauer
canned at NBC
has been let go
for inappropriate behavior
from the Today Show.
Right, and I came up with an idea, and I think that you and I kind of agree on this.
What?
If everybody's okay with this.
Okay.
Let's just assume most every guy's done something inappropriate.
Including you, Larry.
Yeah, right.
So let's just...
Right. Is this because you're worried about somebody coming on you?
I'm saying because we're losing...
Turn you in, bro.
Whatever. We're losing Matt
Any
Lauer.
moment.
We're losing the guy from Pixar. We're losing...
Louis C.K.
Right. We're losing all these great people who we're talking about the guys that didn't rape somebody or, rub one out in front of somebody.
Okay, well, that was Louis C.K.
Okay, so he has to go, I guess.
So
no, we're talking
he's
about...
going to the island.
We're talking about maybe some guys that were, grabbed a butt or something like that.
No. See, grabbing, I think, is crossing the line.
So Matt Lauer deserves to, we don't know what he did.
Or did he just harass?
I don't know. But I was thinking, okay.
No one knows what he did yet.
Inappropriate sexual
well, then how about this?
Behavior.
How about this? We say from now on you can't do anything like that.
But unless
if it was the police report kind of thing. You know what I mean?
Right.
I don't know. But, and here's the thing. I don't feel bad for any of these guys that are getting in trouble because they're all walking away uber rich. You know what I mean?
No, for sure.
So it's like Matt Lauer.
Weinstein's going to be okay. Matt Lauer probably has something in his contract.
Right.
He's going to be okay.
10 homes or whatever those guys have.
Right.
Yeah, so it's kind of hard to be well, they're really going to suffer.
You know what I'm going to throw in the towel is when it comes out that Judge Judy.
Oh, yes. It's never a woman.
That's what I'm
telling you, it's never a lady.
Well,
it's just not.
I was just thinking about this yesterday.
About how it's you at the TV station with the weatherman. The thing is, it's hard. It would be hard.
I apologize to Chris Tomer every time I see him.
It'd be hard to work there because there's a bunch of hottie guys walking around.
Well, and hottie girls. I mean, that's all it is hot people.
Well, you don't harass hottie girls.
Well, I still tell them that they're hot. Or if they look great
that could be harassment.
I'll tell Megan O'Halloran she's got great legs. I'll always be like, you got great legs. So, I mean, that could be...
Yeah, watch yourself.
Totally, right? And yesterday I had Drew Engelbart. He's a new reporter for Fox 31. Very cute, younger than Chris. He's from Fort Collins. And I was like, got to take your tie off. Guys on the Everyday Show can't wear ties because I need you to loosen up and not be on the news desk. And he totally, it's part of the thing. We start the show with me making whoever the co-host is, the male, filling in for Chris. I tell him to take his tie off and unbutton his top shirt.
We work with you. You harass us all the time.
Do I?
No, Larry, you're the harasser.
You're the harasser for sure.
Yeah, look at Kathie. Look at those sexy boobs.
If you were back in a regular, traditional corporate world like radio, you would have been...
Okay, you would have lost your job a long time ago.
I don't... You guys are making it seem way worse. I may have had a crush here or there, but I'm not a ass grabber, crotch grabber guy.
Hey, comments are just as bad.
Right. The comments.
Sorry, handsome. What do you want from me?
There it is.
What do you want, pretty boy?
But I could have seen you. You would be the guy in a normal, some of us, I had to work in a call center once. And, when you run into the boss or something, who knows what Larry would have said. You could have been, doing in the break room with a corn dog and pushing the hot dog through it like that. You do inappropriate things all the time, which is why we love you.
Okay.
But in the wrong setting.
Don't get mad.
People would
I'm
freak
not
out.
mad.
Well, you'd sound when you go okay.
I'm just saying.
Wiggins and I go whatever we said he hates.
What do you? I don't care. It's I'm gonna still do the corn dog thing.
Yeah, exactly.
I gotta be me.
NYC.
Well, there was a book that came out years ago that said Matt Lauer would just have relations with his co-host.
No way.
So a guy wrote
Ann
about
Curry?
it, but that was consensual. They were saying so.
Katie Couric?
It was who probably because they were both in their hotness prime at the time.
Meredith Vieira.
Yeah. Who's the one that drinks? Hoda and
Kathie Lee.
Right. Mm-hmm. They're dying for somebody to pay attention to them.
And
nobody hits on them.
Hey, look at us. Anybody?
So
it's sexual harassment allegations by an employee.
Okay, by one?
Inappropriate workplace conduct is what he was canned for. And this is coming from the network's president, okay? He said, on Monday night, we received a detailed complaint from a colleague about inappropriate sexual behavior in the workplace by Matt Lauer. It represented, after serious review, a clear violation of our company's standards. As a result, we've decided to terminate his employment.
My thing is, then why wouldn't you, like, if you wanted to protect your employees and these, like, you want Bill O'Reilly's your guy or Matt Lauer's your guy or whatever, then you just hire heinous women to be around to be super efficient, and they got nothing. You know what I mean?
Right. But then those girls that are in front of the camera,
right? I don't care. They're all going to be ugly.
He also wrote, while it is a first complaint about his behavior in the 20 years he's been at NBC. We were also presented with reason to believe this might not have been an isolated incident.
Where in the world is Matt Lauer?
Right now, it's really going to be a where in the world is he? Maybe it's
he's
time
in
for
some
you.
panties that he's not supposed to be in. And again, for every girl that was like, that was not cool, there's probably a couple who are like, Matt Lauer was awesome.
Right.
You know what I mean?
There's always going to be that.
Right. And it's like, it's the wanted consensual versus the unwanted. And it turns out some of these guys are all about I like when you don't want me.
Yeah, there's that.
Or you want to run. Mm-hmm. You look like a scared deer as I drop my towel.
Right.
See, I'm not trying to make excuses for anyone who does this because it's not right. It makes people feel uncomfortable. But at the end of the day, I was like, we are animals. Like, it's our instinct to, when there's a pretty female that walks by, if you're a monkey, you're like,
that.
You know what I mean?
But you were taught a long time ago not to show that you're staring her down.
Instinct takes over.
No, here's the thing. The difference is when you get into a position where you're a rich, influential person,
totally.
You're
the
so
world
used to
is yours.
Exactly. So it's happened 100 times where Matt Lauer had a girl that didn't say anything or didn't complain or whatever. Mm-hmm. So these guys just kept going.
Right.
You know what I mean? It's like, why would they change their behavior? To the point where if you worked at Fox News, the big main boss was doing it. So hell yeah, O'Reilly's going to do it.
Totally.
And all the other guys. And hey, here's an inappropriate picture.
Mm-hmm.
Because the big boss is doing it.
No, for sure.
Right. It must have been like glory days over there at some point when they were making
at
so
Fox
much
News?
money. They had the best ratings and they were just raking in
and
the
hot,
dough.
the
hot blonde
hot
chicks.
beauty pageants were all around.
And I remember Gretchen Carlson, who's the one that broke the whole thing with her first lawsuit. She got $20 million when she left Fox. Uh-huh. And she was the one that I was always going back and forth with in the mornings on email.
Oh, right.
So I was like, listen, Fox and friends. And I'd go back and forth. And I was always telling her, you were only hired because you're a hot blonde chick. And she'd get so pissed. And she'd write me back and go, I graduated from this school and that. And I have this degree and blah, blah, blah.
Do you know who I slept with to get here?
Right. Well, no, she said all that. And then so I was thinking, well, clearly, like, eventually she learned I was right. Like, I was only hired for my boobs. And
all
then
those times
I
had to fix the bottom of my desk. I just thought that it was loose all the time. Someone was doing it on purpose. I'd get down and shaky.
Right. And then it's like, I should email that Larry guy back and tell him he was right. Where is that email?
I wonder if Blazing Hits hiring.
Well, and then it's like, at some point I was expecting, with all this news coming out, where's the one lady that did it? You know what I mean? Isn't there some story of...
There's got to be, like, a woman in power?
Guys don't want to come out and admit that because it makes them look weak, I feel.
Would it?
Yeah, I think it makes you
I know,
look
but regardless
if
it made you look weak, maybe is the payday...
Well,
no,
there's a payday.
A guy. I think it's the whole flip of the double standard. He's supposed to like that he's getting harassed. It's not supposed to be something that he's, I'm offended. It's supposed to be like, yeah, she wants me.
Well,
so maybe it's that kind of like masculine.
Unless the lady is as unattractive as Harvey Weinstein and a lot of these other guys.
Right,
in
that
power.
would be terrifying.
I mean, what's his name? Ayers? What's his first? The Fox dude?
Robert Ayers.
Oh, right,
yeah,
right.
He's disgusting.
No, for sure.
they're
So this
all
would be the
disgusting.
equivalent.
So you'd have a disgusting female. So the guy might be like, oh,
Right.
no, I can't.
So picture this as you're going about your day. Some older, heavy white lady that's waiting for the bus.
Yes.
She comes up to you and drops her towel and starts gagging the clam with one leg up.
Okay, right.
And you're like, she's your boss.
Right, yeah.
And you're like, Help.
Remember there was a joke about that in that old school Eddie Murphy movie.
Okay.
Remember he was working for some perfume company.
Oh, yeah.
And he had to sleep with the old lady, and she had on those stinky pantyhose.
Yeah, she was on Marcus.
Right, that. He had to sleep with her.
Right, she
was the new boss of the company.
Right, she goes,
I'm not wearing any panties.
And it was so well known in the movie that the butler, remember, he laughed at him like, "You're
Like,
about
it's
to
about
sleep.
to happen."
You're about to sleep with this old lady."
so it definitely happens.
it
On the other
happens.
side, it's just nobody high profile. I don't know. There's
There's not enough women in high places of power, which is a shift.
Well,
which is a problem in our society.
But I think it's different. I think that there's a reason that there's never been a woman active shooter. I think there's a reason there's never been a woman movie mogul that
Serial
does
killer.
that. Right.
Well, not as many.
Because
Right.
they're smarter.
Why?
Just because I
Because
think
we
you
deal
guys
with
are more
stress
decent.
better? We
No,
deal
I
with
think
stress better?
I was assuming you guys were more decent, or you guys weren't driven by your genitals at least.
Well,
You know
that
what I
is
mean?
true.
Because
That
all
is
these
true.
men just kept going because they couldn't help themselves. It's like, I know you're uncomfortable, but this is still happening.
Right.
You know, it's like I just don't see a woman being like, a woman has to be in the mood, in the right place.
Right. And when we're working and
Right.
worried about the kids at home and stuff, we're never in the mood.
Right.
So just hurry up and do your job, dude, because
Right.
I got to keep going.
Oh wow.
But if every once in a while Chris Tomer walks by.
Yeah. Kathy will be the first person turned in.
Right.
Larry. You're asking who's going to get
Everybody's
turned
like,
in.
oh, we always
I
thought it'd be
can't-
Larry.
Yeah.
There went
There went
Kathy.
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 You know what? And everybody, we don't blame you. You work like feet away from Greg Dutra and a
Totally.
couple feet away from Yunky. I'd faint every day. I'd be like, oh.
Larry's out again.
Yeah, especially if Greg and Yunky like tickle fight or they punched each other or something. I'd
Keith,
be
they
like-
don't do that.
I know, but if they did, I'd be
They're
like,
grown men.
yeah, well, that's what friends do.
Ticka.
And
I'm going to
get you.
get you.
Stop it, man. I'll
Ticka.
punch you.
All right.
Larry and Kathy J's Blazing Hit Radio.
Blazing It Radio, Larry Ulibarri, Kathy J. and Wiggins. So here's the deal. You can text us any time or call us at 303-728-3420. It looks like
Right.
you guys are looking up there.
Well,
Yeah.
no, this text came and says, thank you for the continuous play because we play the show after it airs in the normal hours. She goes on to say she's been in the hospital with a turbo kidney stone.
Yeah.
2 surgeries down, 1 to go. You guys have made me laugh and smile and have taken my mind off this horrible pain. Thank you for being you, and thank you for giving the best medicine, laughter.
Okay, so wait, does it say her name?
It might be a guy. It doesn't say the name.
Because I think I know who that is because I'm
really?
friends with them on Facebook, and she was looked like terrible, and like she
that's
was in
good.
the hospital, and so I was like, oh my god, what's going on? And I started reading it, and yeah, she said that I think that she has a stone that you have to pass.
Okay, yeah.
On your own.
And
Yeah,
they're
but
so painful, and you go in and you can try to break it up.
Right, that's what they were going to try to do. I
Oh.
think go in with some sort of like
Laser.
Yeah,
Right.
you shoot it, like break
Right,
it
I
up
think
like
that's-
Armageddon.
I think that's Sarah who wrote that.
Oh, okay.
What? You remember somebody's name?
Yeah,
He's all
because
Sarah's
Way
turbo
to go,
kidney stone.
Sarah.
I'll tell you why I
Why?
remember her name.
I'm dying to know. You don't remember anybody's name,
I
especially
think
girls.
there's a boyfriend in the picture or something.
Is there a boyfriend in the picture?
Remember? Okay, I was when the station was over on Monaco,
Yes.
and I was getting my hair cut at Floyd's.
Oh, this is that Sarah.
Yeah, there was a girl that worked there, Sarah, and she was like working the front desk, and she was like, "Oh, you're Larry! Oh my God,
Yeah.
love you, big fan." And then she's like, she handed me a stack of pictures. She's like, "I just got married. This is my husband, and he loves you too."
And he's uber hot.
And I was looking through pictures, and I was like, "Oh my God, please say that's not her husband, because that guy is gorgeous." She's like, "Yeah, that's him." And so then he and I became friends, and
Of course you did.
whatever.
Right.
And then we had a falling out because he basically like got busted.
Cheating on her.
Cheating on
he
her.
was an idiot, too,
She's
because
a
she's
dumbass.
awesome. And the chick that he cheated on her with
Was a
had,
bitch.
had no personality.
Well, she was just she was a
wasn't
manipulative
cute.
girl that would be like, "I'm pregnant."
Yeah, she tried to do
right.
that.
A
And
couple
she
to a
would-
bunch of guys.
Horrible makeup, too.
Right, whatever. Anyway, so poor Sarah got left out, but it all worked out for the best because she met some great guy.
Good. Yes,
And
we're happy for that.
Yeah, for sure. But yeah, that's how I know Sarah.
Wow. Yeah. So, hi, Sarah. We hope you feel better, honey. Turbo kidney stone. How painful.
Sometimes I
Turbo
creep.
kidney stone. Is there such a thing as turbo kidney stone,
I
or
think
is that
that-
just a
I don't know.
Just
spell
her
check?
saying it's like a monster kidney stone.
She'll probably hit us back. The thing is, I sometimes creep on her page to see how Ryan is.
Oh, I'll kill you.
I know, but I mean,
Why? How would you know? Because he's a friend with her?
well, yes, that's her baby's daddy.
Oh, so he might show up in some pictures.
Right. Well,
okay.
they're friends on Facebook. So.
Okay. Oh.
But I mean, he and I didn't split on good terms because I chose the side of the girl that he cheated on.
Right. Well, I'm
You know what I
glad you
mean?
did.
Right.
Well, you know what? We tried to get to know that other chick. She barely talked.
Yeah.
It was like I just felt like when she showed up, I don't know, she just felt dirty to me.
We just
Hate us.
got to say that Ryan is a beautiful man.
Yeah,
Okay.
Right.
All right.
But not since he's been with the new girl.
I don't know.
All right.
So,
There you go.
also on the text, good morning, love you 3. So shocking about Matt Lauer.
I know. Where in the world is Matt Lauer?
Yeah, now officially he will be trying to disappear.
Yeah, but I mean, again, he's gonna go be rich. He's been earning millions for years and years and years.
Right.
So it's like,
And I feel that there was a time a couple years ago where he wanted to leave the Today Show. Remember his marriage was falling apart and all that?
Right.
So maybe this is his chance to...
salvage it.
God's giving you time off.
I don't know. I think rich guys are doing it all wrong by hitting on commoners. They should just be doing it like, hey, I'm going to hire you to pretend to be
They
shocked
should.
by my behavior.
You have plenty of
Right.
money, Harvey Weinstein.
Right, exactly. It's like, okay, my name's Roberta. I'm a great actress, and I'm going to be terrified that you took your towel off.
Exactly.
And action. Maybe it's just not the same for them because they're not terrifying a real woman.
Right, because the part of it was the fetish of the control.
Right.
And seeing the look on the chick's face. Man, like, that's how Harvey was like, she's not a good actress. I can see. I can see.
He saw you look like you're going to throw up.
I can't hire you.
You can't be in the movie. He's all, but let me finish on your forehead.
Anyways. So sad.
So sad.
Oh, okay. Looks like we have something coming in. Somebody needs our help. Uh-oh. You ready?
Yeah.
Opinions, please. The father of my child and longtime boyfriend of 8 years finally proposed last weekend. Yay! I jokingly said that I took it to a jeweler, and the jeweler said it was fake. 2 days later, he confessed that the diamond wasn't real.
Oh, my God.
Should I be upset, or is it the thought that counts?
Well, it's the thought that counts, but if he was passing it off as real, that's his bad. That's just not cool.
No, right. And after 8 years, dude, you could have saved.
Oh, my God.
A little.
I worked in the jewelry business, and there was a guy that had come in to the jewelry store, and he bought 2 pair of earrings. And one was for his wife, and one was for the mistress.
Yeah.
And these were big diamonds each.
Oh, wow.
You know, but one set was fake.
Right.
So in some mix-up, he switched the diamonds
God.
and he gave the wife the fake. And so the wife came into the jewelry store to get them appraised. And so you can't, that's on him. We can't lie and go, oh, yeah, they're great. You know what I mean? For him.
Right.
So my mom literally had to be like, yeah, these aren't real.
And she was like, but the credit card statement read as if they were real.
Well, you can sort that out on your own. Have a good
Are
day.
you sure you're not trying to take
Thanks
advantage of
for
my
stopping
husband? You guys
by.
are horrible business.
Bye-bye.
I'm going to talk to him.
It was his fault.
Yeah, totally.
Well, it's like your friend that found out about that credit card debt.
Oh my God, yeah. So
All right.
I'm hanging out talking to a friend, and she's like, I'm catching up. It's been a long time, okay? And she just says out of the blue, she goes, well, I just found out I went to use a credit card for Black Friday deals, and my husband keeps everything, and so I asked him what the code was so I could use one of the cards. He wouldn't let me, and I finally traced it back to one of the statements, and we're $100,000 in credit card debt, and he didn't tell me.
She's like, I was wondering why we're eating so well. She's
Right?
like, we stayed at the best hotel.
Well, immediately I started asking her. I was like, "Is he cheating on you?" Because that kind of money
right.
is like I have another family.
Yeah, I'm paying her rent.
Right, because they both work. So I'm like, where is that money going? And then I was like, does he have a gambling problem? I mean,
is he gay?
Right? Where is? And those for bathhouses?
Is he now into drag and he buys expensive dresses for himself?
Right.
Keeps them in a storage unit with a full length mirror.
I am pretty.
Right. Yeah.
So,
you never know. But that, as far as the person that texted that in. I mean, if your relationship's super solid and he's a great guy, you're going to probably have to be like, I'll wear this fake diamond until I get a real one.
True.
But
Yeah,
maybe
I mean, if you know you're on a budget and you know
You were
that
on a
he couldn't
budget
go
when you
out
bought
there.
your ring, right?
No, not at that time. No, I was like, I had that money ready to go, so
okay.
I just
He had to.
yeah.
Kayla's like so pretty. You can't mess that up. Okay, no.
But I know guys that, I mean, It's about the love of the ring. I run into ladies. I mean, my ring isn't very big, and I'm cool with that. It's not about the size of the diamond, but I do think you should have been saving some money to put down.
It's not about the size of the diamond unless if you have a good big diamond.
A really hot
'Cause then
wife
it's
that
dope.
you got to keep.
My sister-in-law, her husband always gives her these fat diamonds, and she's got just the biggest band. I'm like, what do you got? 3 wedding rings going on there? It's just the biggest band. But so Kay wants one, and I said,
of course.
I said. Before I knew she wanted one, I said, well, I want the PlayStation virtual reality set for Christmas. And she goes, well, I want another wedding band. I go, that's fair. I was like, that's like fair enough. I'm like, normally I probably wouldn't get you one, but if we're doing a little swap here, she always says that though. She's always, you always want something for something. That's just what you do. And I go, that's
a
just
relationship.
Hey, it's literally tit for tat.
Yeah, literally.
Hey, let me see your ring.
Yeah.
I don't think your ring's that small.
I think it's half a carat or something.
Yeah,
I don't
it's
care
beautiful.
though. Yeah, it means a lot to me.
You can see it on TV. That's
I
all
have
that matters.
Yeah.
I have a carat. Mine totals out to a carat.
Oh well, look at you.
What's up, Doc?
Yeah, I know. I have black diamonds. Hey.
Hey, I do like your rings that you and Chris had
have.
made.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, don't get us confused. You
So-
made love to my husband, not me.
Okay, so
Well, that could still happen.
let me get this straight, Wiggins. So you just got married in September, and she's already asking for a
No.
third ring?
I asked for a virtual reality set, and
Okay.
when I asked for a virtual reality set, she said, "Well,
she's
give
the
me
one that
a
said-
band."
Right.
So more or less,
So
she
it's-
came back with I always want something
Yeah,
when you
so
want
it's
something.
more on me asking for something, and she's like, "Wait, why am I going to go buy you a $500 virtual
Right.
reality thing?
You
Give
can
me
go
a
buy
band."
it.
I was like, "All right."
I think you should bring her home, open the garage, and have like a bunch of guys in there like playing guitar and drums, and be like, "I got you a band."
just once, we
Yeah.
should.
So
That
call
would
me
be
maybe.
That would be hilarious.
Of the boys.
Merry Christmas.
From the Mile High.
Blazing Hit Radio. Now worldwide.
You can call from the app in your phone. You can send us a shout out from the app in your phone. If you're still having issues with that Android and it's closing on you, temporary fixes on the tune in, but the app update any minute.
Yay.
24 hours ago, they told me 24 hours. So we'll see.
Did they
We will
tell you
see.
in bold type?
Yeah, well, not this time.
No, but we
capital letters this
answered
time.
back in all bold.
No,
Good.
you know what? It's such a. If you respond back to someone who's like that, it's just like anyone says, like Aldo says, just be
amps it
kindness.
up.
Right.
Reply with
You
kindness.
have to have even
Take
temper.
the high road.
So all I say is just like, gee golly, I'm sorry that I keep bugging you. Like, here's just another update. I'm just trying to inform you what's going on so that we can resolve this. I really appreciate your work on this. And then 2 minutes later, we're working on it. We'll get it as soon as we can.
that's
In other
good.
words, you get more
Yeah.
bees with honey
Yeah.
than you do with poop.
Yeah,
I
but
don't know
so
what the
as
saying
I'm,
is.
but as I'm right, yeah,
You get more bees
Than
with
vinegar.
Bees with honey.
Oh, vinegar.
The vinegar. Yeah, it is
Yeah.
what it is.
But as I'm writing that nice statement inside my head, I'm like, listen, you little
Right,
mofo,
right,
I freaking
right.
can't stand this. Get the
No, yeah.
Kill you.
We're-
Die.
We're in a good position because of our relationship to the Green Solution and obviously being in Colorado. Because when somebody is like that way to us, we literally can take the high road.
Hey,
You know what I mean? Because you can blow it off and be like, whatever. And then
to 13 metro area Green Solution locations.
Right, right.
I'm just saying it helps get through life. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It helps you literally turn the other cheek or take the high road because you don't want to get
No,
in
it
that
does.
mess.
It does. I think that's why road rage is down, if you ask me.
Oh, no, I think road rage is an all-time maximum.
Oh,
No,
really?
well, Mike Swire was here yesterday
He said
live on
DUIs were
Facebook.
down.
Yeah, he said DUIs were down, which I think is such a huge revelation because the population has grown up, gone up, and marijuana is more prominent than it ever has been before, and the DUIs are down. What does that tell you? But they'd love to throw that statistic out if they could. That was like,
yeah.
marijuana and DUIs have gone up. They got nothing. They got nothing.
They're all, and frozen custard sales are through the roof.
Yeah, exactly.
Thanks, Freddy's.
Okay, so we have Sarah who's in the,
Sarah, in the hospital.
with her turbo kidney stone.
Turbo kidney
Meanwhile-
stone.
Turbo kidney stone.
So Sarah, somebody on the text line wants to say, oh, that poor lady with the kidney stones. I developed some after my chemo treatments, and it was the worst pain ever. When I passed them, I thought I was going to die. good luck.
You know what? Aren't we to the technology now where they can shrink a small submarine of people to go in there?
Exactly.
And bust
Go
it
in.
up?
That's what I'm saying.
Dude, you have
you
to
got to
watch-
land properly on the stone because it's going to be traveling at this amount, going through your intestine.
Right, and then the people in the submarine are like, "We're going to be turning big any second."
We got to get out of here, like
Larry,
an archer.
You
Right.
have to watch Rick and Morty. I keep telling you this. There's a whole episode about that where they go into a drunken homeless Santa and they shrink down to battle it. But every
Is
episode,
it a cartoon?
It's a cartoon, but it's a cartoon from someone that was from our generation where it's like I loved Back to the Future, loved those
Okay.
80s sci-fi.
Oh, right. You showed us that.
Yeah. And so the guy who plays Doc, it was supposed to originally, I think, be Doc and Marty, but they would have got sued.
Oh,
so they
that's
called it
right,
Rick and
that's
Morty.
right, that's
So it's
right.
a drunken mad scientist who's the grandpa of Morty, and Morty's just this like
Marty.
yeah. Dude. So anyway, to your point, yes, they have an episode like that, and you got to see it.
Okay, real fast, dumb question. Morty was
Marty
Marty.
McFly. Marty
Okay,
McFly.
they call him Morty. Okay,
Morty
got it.
on
Now
that
I got
one,
it.
yeah.
Play on words.
There's a really old school movie about they do that where they shrink and they go, and the guy, it was like Martin Short goes into Dennis Quaid or something like that.
It was something
Or the other way around.
Something scape.
Right. And
Right.
you know that if you watch that movie, the thing that I remember most about that movie is at some point Meg Ryan gets in a car and Dennis Quaid is following her and he's wrapped in a sheet, and then she slams the car door.
Is this a naked
in the
butt
cab,
scene?
and then they pull off and the sheet comes off of him and there he's standing there naked.
He remembers every movie by
Every
something
guy
that-
naked scene.
All
Wow.
right.
Okay.
All right.
Hey, Larry, somebody wants to ask Larry the jeweler, how do you spot a fake?
You have to have it tested. I mean, there's some people that can obviously just do it with the eye, but there's a real simple diamond tester.
Oh, okay.
So you basically put this little pen up to the diamond, and it runs light through it, and it'll tell you right away if it's a diamond or not.
Oh, well.
And the way to
cool.
tell if a pearl is real is rub it on your teeth. If it's completely soft and not gritty, it's not a real pearl. If it's gritty, it's a real pearl.
On your teeth?
Yeah, you rub it on your teeth. And if it's like
Oh,
if
thank
it's
you.
soft, like it would just be like rubbing a plastic ball on your tooth.
Okay,
It'd just be
everybody.
soft and soft. But if it's rough, it's a pearl.
Time to go through Grandma's jewelry.
Right, exactly. Everybody's all, and everybody's going to the pawn shop today. Hey, these are real. How much?
Was the movie called Inner Space? Someone texted.
Yeah,
us.
Inner Space.
That's it, right.
Okay.
Yeah, Dennis Quaid, hottie.
Okay, wow.
All right.
That guy's
You know-
maintained.
We all see movies different, Larry.
Yeah.
Exactly. I can tell
Some
you.
people
every
watch it
naked
for
scene-
entertainment. Larry
Right, and
watches
you know-
it.
Remember, there was a
He
movie
talks
called
like
Dragons.
that.
There was a movie called Dragon's Lair or
No.
something like that.
No.
And
No.
this guy that was fighting dragon,
No.
he eventually got naked and he dove in the water. Swear you could see his junk. Must have watched that movie 100 times.
Everything. is
I know, but
about
you
that.
guys didn't grow up repressed, and
You're
Like,
right. We
you-
had access to.
Sorry, I had a super religious mom. Didn't grow up repressed. Just because I didn't celebrate holidays doesn't mean I didn't grow up repressed.
Oh, right.
Like my mom was super controlling.
So
and
you didn't-
super
you
I
don't-
selfish.
mean, but
you
were you made to feel ashamed about who you were?
Yes.
Yeah,
That's
totally.
it.
Yes. His mom, I
even
totally
to
see
even
that.
to this day. Are
Okay,
you
but what I'm
kidding
saying
me?
is like I was going to a church being told, "Hey, everybody, we're all gonna go into we're gonna survive Armageddon and go into this new system. Everybody but gay people."
religion is.
But listen, so
Right.
you go to church every
And if
week.
you know a
and they're-
gay
right? It's
person,
like
you
definitely
can't
don't
talk
be
to 'em.
gay, right?
Yeah.
And so it was like this whole thing. So I was just like, oh my god, and I just became completely okay with the fact that I wasn't going to be in the new system and I
Right.
wasn't going to make it there. And so like my dad would like talk and be like, you know, like he wasn't religious, so he would just be like, you know, oh,
You needed that balance.
yeah, that's good.
right, but no,
You'd be like, I'll hang out with you, buddy.
no, but
you
it was,
and I
it
are
was
making
more
it.
like, no, you're going to do what your mother says, and you're going to be making it into the new system.
Really?
Yeah, he was like, not
Oh.
like, hey, you're cool.
So he didn't want you to end up like him.
exactly.
He was- but
He's
you
like, you're going
did.
to follow the religion, that weird religion your mom's got you in. Good
But
luck
as,
with that.
As soon as you were out of that weird religion, your genetics kicked in, and you were like, "I'm supposed to be like my father." Want to see a picture of my poop?
Religion is religion. Yours might have been to a different degree, but I still had to go to Sunday school. My mom taught Sunday school. So there-
What?
yeah.
How am I just now learning
my
this
mom
about
taught
you?
Sunday
Yeah, I've
school.
never heard this either.
My mom taught Sunday school from when I was in first grade and taught it and was in
What?
her class all the way until I got confirmed. She was there. So
Are
she
you you were confirmed?
Yeah.
Are you kidding me?
What does that mean?
It means you just the baptized, like it's
He
like
went through the
confirmation
stages
process.
and-
Is blood of Christ, body of Christ, so that you can go. And I was just more excited. I was like, I get to drink the wine. And then
Wait a minute. So you
once you get confirmed, you can the body of Christ and
I know,
blood
but
of
what
Christ.
age do you get confirmed?
Like 13, 14.
Yeah, so that was a long time.
And then, so like, does that like mean that you had to go through a ceremony?
Had to go through classes,
Right.
and that was when I told you how that the choir. The church choir teacher was teaching the confirmation class and was trying to get all the kids to go up on a retreat. And me and my buddy were like, we're not going on a retreat with this weirdo. Like, no way.
Wow, and he probably just wanted to help them and do
right,
really
No.
he's
good.
trying to influence the youth.
Exactly,
Right.
do something positive,
Right.
and you guys saw too much Dateline, and that was around the age where it was like, "Welcome to Dateline.
Right.
What are you doing here? Why don't you have a seat?"
We called him.
Right.
Right.
So, yeah, my mom taught that forever, and I had to go through that.
I had no
Yeah.
idea. Okay,
Well,
so he
you've
could've
never
been-
exhibited any Christian values. It's so hard for me to believe.
Dude, I was so religious. And so
No
what?
way!
Yeah,
Who are
He's
you?
never ever brought this up.
I don't talk about this stuff.
I was gonna say,
I don't
obviously,
wanna
you
bring
don't
this
wanna
up.
talk
It's
about it.
Oh yeah, it's just
traumatizing.
it's very hard for me. He's just trying to play on
No.
I was in a cult.
So when
he wants to out-cult me.
No, because you were saying that he's like you're repressed. Not everyone's repressed like me, so I get to talk about penis all the time. But I was
Yeah,
like,
true.
Yeah,
He's trying to prove the
I'm
point
like, I
that
was
he was also
repressed,
repressed,
too.
and you
So
don't
then you
hear
can
him
talk
talking
about penis all the time.
No,
Fine.
you don't hear him
Have
talking
at
about
it.
genitalia all the time. Or
What movies
you know
did you
what?
see penis
Exactly.
in?
I remember this one
Yeah.
movie because that was the first time I got to see.
I do
Yeah.
remember the first time I saw boobs though in a movie.
Yeah, I do too. What was yours?
Mine was like the two these two
The three
bank-
boobs in Total
They
Recall.
were two bank robbers who had went to
So, I got to see three at once.
no, yeah, I was like, really? That's how they look? No, I was.
She looked like she could feed puppies.
What
was-
movie was that?
It was the,
Total Recall.
Total Recall.
Right.
The lady with the three boobies.
She did have 3 boobs.
Right, 3 areolas.
That turned out to be. It was. Didn't some girl try to capitalize on that a couple years ago and had a picture come out?
Oh
where
yeah,
she
I think
had-
somebody tried to recreate
Right.
that.
She was
It
like-
was a cosplay.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
Right.
I tried to look it up, but apparently this happened in real life. But it was two
saw
bank
this in
robbers,
real life.
but they dressed as female nuns, and that's how they hid after they
So
robbed
the first
bank.
boobs
Oh.
you saw were men wearing boobs?
No, they were.
No wonder you're so messed up.
They
weirdo.
were nuns, which probably
I-
probably worked out well for my whole religious upbringing. But they were
So
like,
then you started as a 13, 14-year-old boy. He's like, I wonder what's under there, nun.
yeah, what's
She's
up?
all none your business.
Now get back into your book.
Now go with the choir teacher and go to that retreat.
That's what happened. Like you guys were there.
I can't believe
Wow.
that. That is the
Yeah.
crazy thing.
Yeah, we don't hang with religious freaks. Sorry.
Yeah. No, so when I went to college, this guy, Logan, such a jerk, but he was a friend of a friend and we all hung out. But he would just be like, he was Jewish. Mm-hmm. So he just goes, there is no Jesus. And then we somehow just we were smokers, so
Right,
we got in that
totally.
whole
College,
talk
that's
of
when you
religion.
really open up your mind.
You're all deep with
Yeah.
it,
Try
and
to
you're like,
talk- right.
Yeah, exactly. And then some people are
Conversation.
coming with the baggage of the religion they were raised with, and some people are all open-minded
Yep.
because
Yeah.
they didn't
The
have a
whole
religion.
new world.
Exactly, and so he's like, "There is no Jesus." And then I started talking to him or seeing like, "Okay, so Jewish people don't believe in Jesus." Blah blah blah. But
Right.
then I was like, and then we took this this astronomy class and learned about how planets and all that operated. And I was like, "Huh." I was like, "So everything isn't based on prayer." I was like, "There's real science in things that
none of that
How
came into play
adorable.
until college.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
That's
Yeah.
When
Well,
you
because
become-
my mom believed everything that happened was a
God.
sign from God.
Oh,
God
no,
is
totally.
talking to
I
you.
have
This
family
is God.
members. I have family members. That's all they
Yeah.
talk. That's all they say.
All she, even to this day.
Right, which kind of explains her toast at your wedding, but it was still sweet because it's that nobody has brought up Jesus.
No,
You know what I
right.
mean?
She brought some religion
spirituality
up
to
into
Yeah,
it.
and then she
Yeah.
put a cross on her forehead. And
Hey,
I
there was
was like,
nothing wrong
are
with
you
that.
blessed? I was like, you're not even blessed.
Oh, yes,
I was like, you're not even like.
teaching Sunday school doesn't mean you're blessed, Mom. It doesn't mean you're somebody that
all-
can be doing the cross on us.
He's all, you're supposed to have a certificate.
Papers, please.
Yeah.
All right,
go.
everybody. Coming up next in Trash and Bash,
Yes.
we're going to talk about Matt Lauer because I still can't believe he's been
I
fired.
know, he just seemed like the nicest man.
And Jennifer Lawrence, J Law, she admits she's a complete a-hole in public.
Really?
Yeah, I'll tell you why.
Yeah, we're going to play that in about 10 minutes. We're also going to throw on a little bit of the throwback Go-Gurt in between it. So just hang on. We'll be back here in a few minutes.
And now,
Invasive, violating, and just disgusting.
it's Celebrity Trash and Bash.
With Larry, Kathie, and Wiggins.
It's really disappointing. They're just looking for the wrong photo.
Here's Kathie J.
All right, so when is M going to drop the album Revival? When?
Ooh, Dr. Dre tweeted about this the other day before Eminem even tweeted about it.
did?
Well, he is
Yes.
Eminem's boss.
Yeah.
What did Dre say?
Basically, he gave the link to the Revival video. There's actual audio for it. I got to find it saying what it's like the second part of what we've already seen.
It's super dope that it's just good timing. We need him now more than ever.
Absolutely. So it's coming out, everybody, on your husband's birthday, December 15th.
How dare you continue to obsess with my husband and his birthday?
I know when your
it's-
husband's birthday is.
Exactly. Yeah, I know
I've
when he's
known it
born.
longer than you.
Oh, yes?
I gave him a birthday present way before you.
I did. I stole him something long before you bought him something.
Hey, I still owe you a debt of gratitude for turning him gay. Where would I be without that?
This will be the first album since Marshall Mathers' LP2 in 2013. No track list yet, but there's a new drug ad for the Revival. Pretty
Okay.
funny.
Yeah,
So you can
I
go
have
to
it right here.
revival.com. Do you have it?
Yeah.
Cool.
Hello again, this is Trevor for Revival. You spent the last few weeks hearing about Revival and how you could treat moderate to severe atrioxothymus. Well, today I have great news for all of you suffering from AR. You see, Revival isn't a medication at all. Revival is the name of the new album from Eminem, and it's coming out December 15th. On behalf of everyone who took part in the Revival campaign, thank you. Don't worry, you won't be seeing us again. If you happen to run into me out on the street, please don't ask me anything about the album. Em told me he likes to keep people guessing. Just kidding, I've never met Eminem. Revival, December 15th. Use as directed.
Yeah,
That's funny.
I can't wait. So, December 15th, everybody. Okay, Matt Lauer, he was fired from the Today Show over, quote, inappropriate sexual behavior.
So that means that I guess it could be anything. It could be like he and this makeup woman, he wouldn't leave her alone.
Who knows what it is? All we know is that Savannah Guthrie was the one who did the announcement on, she opened the show. She opened today by saying, we received a detailed complaint from she opened up it by reading this memo, from NBC News chairman Andy Lack. He said, we received a detailed complaint from a colleague about inappropriate sexual behavior in the workplace by Matt Lauer.
Like recently, or is this like from way back in the day?
It represented, after serious review, a clear violation of our company's standards. We've decided to terminate his employment. And then it went on to say that we were also presented with reason to believe this might not have been an isolated incident.
Okay, so he's dipping out before 10 chicks come out.
Right. And so maybe, but he was like the king of the Today Show. I mean,
I know.
And Curry didn't stick around because she couldn't get along with him.
Well, and then we've determined that it's like, there's a difference between like some guy pawing at some chick or whatever and like overt like sexual assault, you know what I mean?
Right.
So until those details come out, I guess you just have to not really have judgment, I guess.
Right.
I mean, like, in other words, is he the guy that was preying on women? And it's like, why do all these guys in these positions of authority, they all have the same thing going for them? They're rich. They're, celebrities.
Yes.
And so I think that for the 10 women that may be complaining, there's 100 that were like,
It was great.
Yeah.
Matt Lauer was awesome.
I mean, it's crazy.
Or,
It's a rub that's been around a long time.
Right.
It's
It's just like, I don't know. Matt Lauer
sucks.
just didn't seem like the kind of guy that'd be like, I just dropped my towel. He just doesn't seem like
Right,
that
so
guy.
I'm dying to know. Did it happen
Right.
at the Today Show? Was it something when they were on their long trips?
Right. Is it
where he was
a
filming
production
something?
assistant?
Right.
What
So,
is it?
but I that people in New York City the press is going to get down and figure out what's happening.
Right. Well, and then all the other women that work there probably like if it was super obvious, they're like, oh, here comes handsy guy.
I
You know
wonder.
what I mean?
Right. Yeah. It's because some of the guys had like. The women in the office had a code word involving the guy's name for how, like, that's the such and such move.
Well, right, and
You know?
it's all these guys, even like for the presidents, to everybody. Like, a lot of their ammo was, I'm going to grab your butt right when the picture's taken.
Yeah. What is up
So
with that?
weird.
They like to see the shock and
maybe
horror on our face.
And then I bet a lot of times they're like, make sure I get a copy of that one.
Wow.
You know what I mean? So they could be like, look at her face.
Mm-hmm. That sucks.
So I gave her the stinky pinky.
Did you hear about the Russell Simmons and that movie producer who were in the same room, and then she looked to the producer for help from Russell Simmons, the victim, and then he just was like, she realized he was in on it.
Right.
I could totally see that where it's just super creepy like that.
Yeah, again, it's like there's so many of these things coming out, and you want to give everybody that reasonable doubt or whatever, presumed innocent for a second.
Right.
But then, then it's followed by 10 other girls. It's like, yep, that's what happened.
Right, totally. There's always a girl that thinks that this networking is going to help her career, only to get there and find out that it's not networking at all. You're now in the trap and the spiders caught you.
Right. Again, though, all these rich guys who could have plenty of women that would be interested in having relations with them.
Totally. Yeah.
Why do they have to be so forceful and
creepy about it?
Because even the thing with the Backstreet Boy, he said the girl from that girl group or whatever,
Nick Carter in the Girl from Dream.
Right. He said initially that he performed on her.
Uh-huh.
And then he's like, now you on me. Now, to me, even if, because some guys...
That was him just thinking, this is how...
Then now it's her turn, and I can be a little, I like to grab hair, and, you know what I mean?
Right.
So was it consensual, or, you know what I mean? She's saying it wasn't, and...
Mm-hmm. Wow. So those will all continue, and the conversation will continue, which I think is good that we're having the conversation.
Or is there so many that everybody's getting lost in it? You know what I mean? In other words...
There's that, too.
Well, I would hate to be one of the victims. Let's say you are a real victim, and all these stories, maybe 90% of them are true. Well, then you get all the politicians and the political people who are like, they're just making that up because someone's paying them to say that, to go against Ray Moore. I was like, the congressman signed a yearbook of a kid, and you're saying it's fake.
His penmanship.
Yeah.
And in his wife, in his book that he wrote about his life, he said when he met his wife, she was 15, and he knew that he was going to marry her.
What?
And then when she was 18, he did marry her.
Oh, so
but
he
in
knew.
his own words, he's into chicks that age.
Wow.
Yeah. No, that's not true. He's paid off.
Sorry, that's fake news, Larry. It's not, even though that was in his own book. Somebody's not allowed to love somebody that young.
Well, and, got to give the guy points for keeping her around. You know what I mean? You figure he would have...
right, when she, Tom Cruise, when they reach a certain age, you got to get a new one.
Right.
And finally, Jennifer Lawrence says, oh yeah, I'm a huge a-hole in public.
Well, you kind of, have to be when you're an A-lister because...
That's kind of what she's saying, Larry.
Right, because we're not A-listers and we meet fans all the time and we're grateful. So Kathie and I will talk to you at length
with you, right?
And take pictures. We're not to that level. Someday we hope to be A-holes, but it's just not going to happen soon.
Here's exactly what she
have to
said.
Be nice.
Once I enter a public place, I become incredibly rude. I turn into a huge asshole.
You get icy?
And that's kind of my only way of defending myself. Is just being...
Put the blockade.
Yeah, just being an asshole. See somebody walking towards my table and just go... Or can I have a selfie? And I'm like, no. You know what sometimes I do? I go, it's my day off. If it's Sunday, I'm like, it's Sunday. I'm not working today.
Oh, that's smart.
Yeah.
I know it's smart, but for the people,
you're making a lot of money.
I'm never going to see you again, Jennifer Lawrence, ever.
I know.
I would, and I love you. I go to your movies. I
know,
put
but
the money in your pocket.
Just imagine how we interact with our fans times 1,000.
Right.
So it's every busboy, every maid, every cab driver wants a picture with you. Everybody's taking their picture without even asking. So hers is a different world. You know, I can't imagine. That's why, some celebrities really do have an issue with it because just because they're celebrity doesn't mean it's open season, Okay,
well, you know what? Go to a different table where I can't get to you.
Well, fine. I'm sure she does that as often as possible.
Normal people.
I know, but she's like a beetle. You know what I mean?
She'll say no on Sunday. Kathie's like, well, just one, just real quick. Come on, it'll be okay.
I
can't even tell you how many times we're late for something because Kathie
he hates it.
No, I don't hate it because I can take a selfie with somebody, meet him, and speed it up and make it quick. She's like, let me see that picture of your dog.
I do like to.
I understand that, but sometimes there's a plane waiting.
Yeah, there's that.
Well, maybe you guys can take pictures at the happy hour on Thursday at the Alamo.
Come and hang out with us tomorrow night. Is it Wednesday already?
Yeah,
it's tomorrow night. 4 to 6 will be at the Alamo Draft
Larry
House
might
at
turn you
Sloan's
away.
Lake.
Kathy will take a picture.
We're hanging out. And I promise I won't be drunk at this one.
The Alamo Draft House, Sloan's Lake, Colfax, and Sheridan-ish. And we're going to be there from 4 to 6. And you'll have to try the Blazing Hit Radio drink.
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh, all right. Well,
Yeah, okay.
I was just saying that you guys are going to be there. You can take your picture. That's it. Oh, so that's the last story. My bad. All right. And that's a wrap of Trash and Bash.
Live from the Mile High City.
You're streaming Larry and Kathy's Blazing Hit Radio.
Now, worldwide. Tonight on 2.5 Men.
911. My husband had me with a knife, and I was scared for my life, and he threatened me. What's your husband's name? Charlie.
1.5 Men. Because if you assault a woman, you're not a man.
So I played some 2.5 Men bit that you guys didn't even hear. That was 1.5 Men.
No, I heard it.
Oh, you heard it?
Right,
Okay.
it was the 911 call after Charlie Sheen has assaulted his baby mama.
Yeah.
The twins, not the twins.
Brooke Mueller.
Right, exactly.
Right, the other cocaine.
When they were in Aspen.
Oh, yeah, that's
and
right.
It was the 911 call, and she's like, he just threatened me.
Right.
So it was like, he got booted from the show.
But didn't it come out that she was a big cokehead? And
Yeah, for
all
sure.
that? Yeah.
She was definitely like not a good person to like be with him, but who is?
Definitely, right.
He should have he's had a million chances at probably some great chicks, but he had to be the man pig.
Right.
Because Denise Richards, you should have made that work.
She's hot. And she was
a good mom.
I watched her reality show.
Yeah.
And she did turn into a housewife.
Right.
Like just a nice, hot, like fair, honest, good housewife girl.
She's white she-devil.
Right. So you got the hotness, and then you got the hot mom of your kids. What was wrong with you?
That movie was hilarious.
She-devil.
Undercover Brother.
Totally.
Yeah, they don't make them like they used to. Comedies just aren't as good like they used to. The comedy movies, like there's the Bad Moms. Is that right?
Bad Moms.
Yeah,
too.
that was a good one.
was
But I
funny.
haven't seen a great comedy like Scary Movie and all that.
I was watching, sometimes they were playing, they played Ferris Bueller Day Off, and I was like, man, that was a great movie, just solid, hilarious all the way through. And then I was thinking, man, do they even make movies like that anymore? And then I thought the last movie that just made me die laughing was in the theaters, probably, I want to say Superbad.
Oh, yeah, that was good.
Or
anything with Seth Rogen.
Right.
And those guys.
And that was when we were
good.
first getting introduced to all of them.
Yeah.
Right.
Comedy.
Jonah Hill.
Yeah,
That is funny. If you watch it now, you're like, oh, those guys are all super
every
but
single
but at the
person.
time, it was like, you didn't know who any of them
Even
were.
B-list roles where you're like, oh, I didn't even realize so-and-so was that person.
Yeah.
No, you look back at 40-Year-Old Virgin and you're all, everybody's in that movie.
It's filled with everyone from Superbad.
Although
Right.
40-Year-Old Virgin, I watch it now, I was like, man, this is a long movie. Like,
Right,
this
it
is
had
like
some sappy
Yeah.
parts.
I was like, they could have taken some
A
of that
lot of
out.
it.
Like,
No.
It still would have
That's how I
worked.
edited White Chicks down to a 15-minute movie.
Although there was another one. Was it Terry Crews?
Terry Crews,
He was in that, and he's hilarious. But I think that was like the first time you really saw him was in
Bust
White
out.
Chicks.
No.
What else
No,
was
he was in
before?
Friday.
No, Friday came after White Chicks.
No, are you
No
sure?
way.
No.
Yeah.
White
No,
Chicks,
no.
It's way after Friday.
No way. Because we
Way
first
after.
met Terry Crews when he had the phone books duct taped to his torso
Right.
on Friday.
I swear that was after. No,
No way.
No way.
Oh, I don't know. All I know is I remember saying, that's the dude from Friday. And then I remember going, that's the dude from White Chicks. Because for a minute there, it was weird to see such a masculine dude be
Right.
in comedy.
Yeah, you're
Right,
right.
right.
Friday After Next was 2002, and White Chicks was 2004.
Oh, okay.
So yeah, Friday was first.
That's cool.
Yeah.
So wait a minute. White Chicks was just on TV, and I was dying laughing because there's a ton of people in that too.
Yes.
When you watch that, you're like, oh, that's what's her face.
Right, exactly. I
And,
didn't even, right.
And who's that blonde girl? Because I really liked the girls that were like,
I knew
bring it, and they
Right.
did their little dumb dance routine. Who are those girls?
One of them,
Is,
you just need to show them to me, and I'll tell you who they turned out to be.
yeah,
We
exactly.
need to
One of
pull
them
it
was
up.
on that show with Courtney Cox. Blah blah blah.
Yeah, right. So I'll look at that while we're talking.
Yeah, no, I'm trying
We
to.
have
I'm
good
trying to
stuff
pull it
on
up.
the- are you pulling it
yeah,
up?
here's the whole cast of those guys. So hold on. So yeah, there was really a.
I need to see the picture. There we go.
And I need you. Marlon
Marlon Wayans, Terry Crews.
Okay, so Jamie King.
Now I want.
Oh, Brittany Daniel.
Yep.
You know she's a
Brittany
twin.
Daniel.
You know she's a twin. I didn't know she was a twin. I followed her on Instagram. I was like, oh, there's two of them. But she was because she was also in Joe Dirt.
Right.
But I don't think she was in Joe Dirt. I think her sister was in Joe Dirt.
That's
I
insane.
wonder. That's crazy.
Yeah.
And then you're thinking Busy Phillips. She was one of the...
Yeah, that's it.
Right.
Bijou Phillips.
Ugh, and that annoying girl from Dexter. I can't stand
I know.
her.
Isn't that
Hate
crazy?
her.
Jennifer Carpenter.
Yep, hate her.
You know what? Ever since she divorced Dexter, but I didn't like her on the show. She was irritating on Dexter.
Sorry, that whole show got so weird.
Sister Dad.
Sister, like she's
I never finished it.
Okay, so there was a point in that season where the sister, her, was into her brother. And she had a crush on him.
Near the end.
And it went on for like a few episodes. And you're all,
Well,
this is
gross,
weird
right.
and really awkward.
So it played well in the South.
Yeah, exactly. Roy Moore supporters
They
loved
were like,
it.
oh my God, it's beautiful that we are finally being represented.
Okay, so we do have to talk about the text line. There's some good stuff coming in. People love your impression of Larry. Wig's impression of Larry was hilarious.
When did he do an impression of me? How did I miss
I didn't
this?
do one. I just said what you say.
What did you say?
Oh, well, I
Penis,
guess-
penis.
Oh.
That's
that
it.
is-
That's
that
the
is your-
impression. That is the impression.
Hey, isn't that what runs the whole world?
No.
No,
Well, not anymore.
not anymore.
Oh, you're right.
Women are taking over.
Yeah.
Great.
Yeah.
To the Batcave.
Don't worry. We'll bring along the you
Hey,
guys
I'm
that
in.
are good.
Hey,
The good
exactly.
guys. We'll bring you along.
Nobody's been more repressed by the white heterosexual man than me. You know what I mean?
No.
No. We're waiting for you
Okay,
to
so
turn it
you-
into
okay,
a
you-
joke. We're
No.
waiting for you to turn it into something sexual.
What I'm saying is,
Like he's always on top of me, right?
Yeah.
You get it?
whatever. You guys don't know.
We
You don't-
thought that's where you were going.
No, I'm just saying you don't know what it's like to be like, picked on for being gay. So
Right.
you just don't know what that's like.
Because every culture.
So I'm in with the girls. I get to go to the fun level.
Okay. There
Yeah,
you
but no one knew you were gay because you were like the straightest gay guy ever.
You
'cause
are you are a
the
straight gay guy.
perviest. You were the perviest
Yeah, you were total
gay guy.
like
that,
a heterosexual dude.
Like your comments in that were as crude as what a straight guy would say, but then you would say it about the wiener, and then people would be like, "Wait, what? That was hilarious. Wait, what?"
Right? Did I just laugh about my own penis?
Well, and then the thing is, it's like there's a lot of guys who are, they hear my language that I say.
Yes.
And,
And they also use that language,
Right,
When
right.
they're behind closed doors with the fellas,
Yeah,
locker room
Harvey
talk.
Weinsteining
Yeah,
it.
sure.
Yeah.
it's not necessarily Harvey Weinstein it. There's like a bunch of guys on like job sites that like harass each other. It's, consensual.
Yeah, right. There are.
Yeah.
There are.
Right.
I mean, there's some people that they're like, I don't know.
That's why I go to work.
I'm going to hate my job if I
Right.
can't flirt with so and so.
Exactly. And now everybody's cock blocked. So whatever.
Everyone's calling in to work. No one's going to work anymore.
And all the hot people are not getting promoted like they were expecting. So it's like,
right, they normally wouldn't look at you
Exactly.
in real life, and here they are going to lunch and tee-heeing with you. Now they won't get that promotion.
you know what? The hot people will always do well because
Yeah.
people will be driven by, it's like, who doesn't want to be the person at Fox 31 who hired Dutra?
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right, I
Pretty
get
sure
it.
people are going to that guy every day going, good on ya.
Yeah.
Or some of them are irritated.
Oh, they're all, why is he such the...
He gets away with murder, and
Right.
it is because he's hot.
He's the quarterback.
But he also has the laid-back attitude,
Right.
where he doesn't let things get to him.
He's awesome.
Yes, how you maneuver in this world makes all the difference.
It's the bubble. Have you seen his beard for No Shave November?
Oh my gosh. No.
Unbelievable.
They're counting down the days at Fox 31 to December 1st, so he has to shave that thing.
I think we need to
ASAP.
start a
I think he
campaign that
looks
says
great.
keep the beard.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's
I
funny
kept
that
mine.
that note you've never. Oh,
I'm right
Kathie,
here.
Yeah,
I'm
she's
right here.
there. You've never taken part of No Shave November, other than Kathie. You've never done it. Like you could grow a beard though.
Yeah, but I mean, there's a reason, and you don't want to hear it. So never
I
mind.
totally want to
Oh,
hear
yeah.
it.
No, because I said it
we don't.
before.
Yeah.
You guys were all, oh,
And that's where
I didn't
mocked
wanna
him.
know
That's
that.
where I mocked
right,
him.
yeah.
Yeah,
La,
yeah.
la, 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 la,
Okay.
la, la, la,
So,
la, la, la.
let's talk
Go
about-
Go to the text line. Go
Okay.
somewhere
Text
else.
line.
Okay. Good morning, guys. Guess it's time to start shopping at The Solution. Thanks for being my laughter and my alarm. Have a good day. Your everyday listener and show watcher and new Green Solution member, T Mama.
See, and here's the thing. There's like great pairings. And
Yes.
like there's cheese and fruit.
Right.
Is a great pairing.
I love,
like
Beer.
tomato soup and a grilled cheese sandwich.
Yeah, beer and pretzels.
Exactly. So us in the Green Solution, what a pairing.
Yeah, perfect.
Good pairing. We're happy to be your medicine.
And that pairing, we're actually starting the Christmas Wish, and we couldn't be able to do this and continue this tradition without the Green Solution. And so people can send in their letters right now. I noticed on the board we're not officially going to start until December 4th, right?
You can get your letters in right now.
You can get those letters in right now because people have already been asking. So send those into ChristmasWish@blazinghitradio.com.
Yeah, this is you nominating somebody that might not be having the best situation right about now.
Right.
And a lot of times it's people going, hey, I just want to make sure my kids get toys.
Yes.
Or my nephews get toys.
Right.
And so that's a big thing for us. So definitely send us that email.
And we've all been in that situation, so we know how easy help with groceries can change the momentum of your life and your family's life.
For sure. And, it's like if we get somebody through the holidays, which gets them to the next thing,
exactly.
that's great.
We want to help. We want to make sure that we can help you smile. So please nominate somebody.
Larry and Kathie J's Blazing Hit Radio.
It's blazing.
Blazing Hit Radio, Larry Ulibarri, Kathie J. Wiggins.
Hi, everybody on Facebook.
We're sitting in our new comfy chairs.
Right.
You can't see us in the studio unless you're on Facebook, but we get to sit in the cool chairs.
Yes, we do. And
with the green screen.
I just found out how deaf Larry is.
I'm not deaf, Kathie.
Why, you guys? Because you guys are sharing the audio jack.
Over here on these
That
new
sounded
seats.
dirty.
Yeah.
You guys sharing the audio jack.
I'm on
And
top.
I'm the harasser.
I'm on top.
And Kathy's on top. You got the little hole. I got the big hole. Because my headphone jack is bigger than yours.
Yes, it is.
Because you're a lady.
Right.
You're real little.
Well, then shouldn't hers be
I was
bigger?
saying mine should be bigger.
No, because she's a lady. Girls, a lady.
A lady reveals nothing, Wiggins. But
Okay.
regardless,
I
are
like
sharing.
it this loud. This loud.
Oh my God, that's killing me. We are sharing the same headphone jack, so turning it up. So if this is normal volume for you, Larry, is it?
I would like it to be that
Oh
for
my
sure.
God, you are so deaf.
No, I'm not.
Okay,
And
you want to hear where I need it? Keep talking. Keep
that's
talking.
Fine.
I could
Wow.
go like
you
here.
like it at a whisper.
I kind of like it as if we are just normally in the room.
No, I like
Ow,
to hear
my
it.
God.
Okay, and so here's the thing. Clearly, we're one jack off.
We need to improve that rim shot. That is just
Yeah,
the
that's a
weakest
horrible
rim shot ever.
It's getting a lot of play and it sucks.
I know.
New
it's
sound
my
effect.
Uncle Morty, and he always wanted to be part of the show. And I said, "You can do the rim shot."
You can do it. Do it, Uncle
And
Morty.
he's the only guy I know who has drums.
Come on, Wiggins. Let Uncle Morty do it one more time.
So, hey, here you go. Hey, I got one. Here, wait. Hey, my wife, she can't cook. She said, take out the garbage. I said, you cooked it, you take it out. Hey, my son, that's another one. For Christmas, I bought him a BB gun. He bought me a sweater with a target on it. Hey, my daughter, she's another one. Hey, I don't want to say she's easy, but in the yearbook, her picture's horizontal.
Oh, my God.
It took her 3 lessons to get her to drive. I took her for a driving test. It took her 3 lessons to get her to sit in the front seat of the car. I don't want to say my wife is fat, but she puts mayonnaise on an Advil.
I feel like that rim shot is like Avery or Gianna's play set. Like
Right.
I'm very impressed. That was hilarious.
how you can remember those. You
Yes.
can't remember names. You can't. But the
remember
jokes.
anything.
You know why?
Always
Right.
there.
Because like I was my dad's road dog. We rode everywhere. We did everything.
You went to him when he would go to the dog racing
Right,
track.
and sometimes
and go
he
in
would-
and bet. He'd leave you in the car.
Well, sometimes he'd be like, hey, come on, it's kids' night.
Oh,
and
that's
I'd be like, cool. So we get there and he's all, it's not kids' night. And I'm like, it's cool.
Go
So
out to the car,
And I would just
Larry.
listen to the stand-up comedians or whatever and just listen to all those jokes. Like Richard Pryor,
the great
Rodney
comedians.
Dangerfield, right, for sure.
George Carl.
Richard, no.
George
George
Carlin.
Carl.
Yeah, George Carlin.
Carson.
George
Carlin. George Carlin.
All I know is he taught me the 7 things you can't say on the air.
And when we worked at traditional radio.
Right, exactly.
We can say all those things now, but we're
on
not
TV
trying to.
on TV as well.
Oh, right.
So yeah, George Carson.
Yeah, George Carson.
Okay.
George Carlin.
Are you sure?
Thank you,
Yeah.
Mike.
Yeah. All right, whatever.
So, all right. Well, we got some.
May he rest in peace.
So we're doing this because the whole goal is the Green Solution. Man, they believe in everything that you guys are about, right? What the Larry and Kathie in the morning show are about. So they've given us this chance to build this green screen and build this studio. So we're trying to do, and we're working
not on green screen. We're in some cool hip graffiti
Where
room.
are we? Yeah, totally. I just did that.
We do need it. We can.
I told Wiggins, don't you think on the green screen it should just be a picture of me going pointing it at us?
I could do that. I have the one picture of Larry pointing that he hates that I used for everything that we can use that for. But the point is that our goal is to improve this show and make it even better than it already is by going live. And when you guys do segments, have the video play behind you and the graphics come up. So we're working on it. But today we're doing question and answer, right?
Or
ask Larry and
anything.
Kathie. Ask anything.
Yeah,
That's what
it's been
you said,
a long time since we opened up to say ask us anything.
Right.
And that includes anything of what happened when we left the old station. And
we're going there?
You can ask us anything.
All right.
Yeah, so that's pretty much what we're...
So Christoph on Facebook said, oh, I miss you guys. I'll just be watching Facebook all the time. Well, there's an app, too. You can download the Blaze and Hit app.
We're on every morning.
We're on every morning.
Just go to your app store and type in Larry and Kathie, Kathie, or type in Blaze and Hit Radio, and it'll pop right up. It's a free app, and we're on every morning from 5 to 10. 6 to 10.
6 to 10 a.m., and then it replays. So everybody out there, I mean, a lot of people listen through the day, which I love.
Right, because if you were on your commute, sometimes you only get like 10 minutes of the show.
Right.
If you listen all day, you'll hear great music, very few commercials, and you'll hear the show repeat.
Yep, so call us now. You get the option in the menu button, 303-728-3420, or you can text us. This text came in, and I have to think there are days when you guys wake up not in the best moods and have personal struggles going on in your lives. I admire you all for your constant humor. Oh, we got another text coming in.
Okay, so wait a minute. Okay, yeah.
I admire you all for your constant humor and making every morning a great one.
Thank you.
And it's not easy. It can definitely be hard. I think that the wake and bake is crucial to, like, it's kind of my coffee, but we definitely sometimes, like, starting this new station, we're business owners. You know what I mean?
Right,
so we're putting our all into this. So in that, we're now wearing several hats, and we're all doing different things. And it's liberating, but it's also a lot of work. So sometimes people can show up cranky, and we just have to deal with it.
Here's the thing. A lot of it's me.
No.
Well, I work with all of you guys, and you and I have had this discussion for years because guys, you guys don't seem to change your emotion or mood as much as a girl can. And we've had this discussion because there's days where I'm like, it's just one of them days, where I just, and I can't control it. Inside, when you're like, I don't normally feel this way. Why am I talking like this? Who does this? Calm down, Kathie. So, and so I've tried to
ruin your white couch.
Okay, I didn't mean, thank you, Wiggins. I didn't mean a girl's time of the month. I just meant there are days where our hormones are weird.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
It's one of those days.
And so I always tried to tell you, Larry.
Alexa, order feminine products.
Girls are different.
Alexa, order all feminine products.
You did that to someone yesterday. You ordered someone on Alexa, just so you know, Larry.
You did.
They messaged me.
Well, I'll pay for that.
Will you?
Not all of them.
But and I'm also a Cancer, so I'm the most sensitive sign in the zodiac.
Right.
So it's like one day, I'm like, why are you saying that, Kathie? You don't feel that way. I don't know why. I can't just say what I want to say.
I know.
And so with guys, it takes a minute for you to understand. Our moods, it's hard to control.
I would say that of all of us, like, I'm probably the one that's trying to be like the good morning, everybody.
No,
you know what I mean? Like, hey, did anybody need a coffee or something?
He'll try to call us on the way in, and we are like,
I'm trying to hey, everybody, this is great.
Right.
And then some people are all rebel summer. And so even to the point where I could call. Like, I called producer Bolte this morning, and I was
you poor thing.
He's
the new victim.
It's the new victim.
Right.
The new
hey, what's up, buddy? And he's all, hey, what's up? And I'm all, I don't know, just getting on the freeway.
Okay.
You know how people are.
Don't give in to this, Mike.
He
Do
doesn't
not
even
accept
know.
these phone calls.
He doesn't know. Even know.
Why? You know how bad it's going to get.
All right, fine. These three people don't want to be my friend at 5 a.m. Does anybody out there want to be my friend at 5 a.m.?
You've done this before.
Right, and I get a list of numbers, and then I can call people, but then I feel weird, like, you don't know me. I'm bothering you.
Talk to you.
I'm bothering you.
Hello, keep it clean. You're live with Larry and Kathie today on Blazing Hit Radio. Are you there?
Yes, sir. Yes, Wiggins.
Hello.
You have a question.
Hello, guys.
Hi.
I feel like we're on a psychic hotline. Yes, what is your question?
I was just wondering, so you guys said we can find out finally what happened.
Uh-huh.
So, I mean, was it, because on Facebook, I saw kind of all the stories, but it didn't really make sense. So, was it just something happened with the higher-ups at KF?
Here what it is. I'm gonna explain it all in song. Just one of them days when I want to be all alone, when I'm angry inside. Don't want to take it out on you. No. So here's the thing. It was a combination of things. It was that, one of the members of the show was kind of trying to go rogue and do his own thing and wasn't being very open about it with us. And so we didn't begrudge him. Eventually, we just swallowed it, and we were like, well, clearly he wants to move back to Cali, which is where he is.
Right.
And so...
Kendall didn't want to be with us anymore, and he, instead of telling us...
He just stopped talking to us.
He just stopped talking to us. That's the truth.
Seriously, for the last year when we were on the air, Kathie and I would be like...
trying to talk to him.
Or whatever. We'd just be having conversation in the room, and he would not chime in. He'd leave his headphones on, and he all of a sudden...
So we saw the body language. I asked repeatedly a couple times, do we need to talk about anything? And he would go,
No.
What
No.
are you talking about? So we just figured, we had a great run with him. We enjoyed our morning show with him, and he reached a point where he was done with us.
well, the thing is, the thing is, our contracts were coming up, and we were now owned by a new company, and so we didn't know what kind of move they were going to make, but we knew that Kendall had already talked to them about, hey, maybe you can get me a job here or over there.
Right.
And so we knew that was already a thing.
And he didn't tell us.
Right,
that.
so we knew...
The management told us, we want you to know Kendall asked to apply for a job somewhere else.
And you guys were already looking for your own stuff at that point. Once you realized that he was out there, it's like, all right, it's time for greener pastures and for you to create your own destiny.
Well, no, I mean, our contract was up. So then we realized, okay, so what's our next move? And the offer they were offering us was not anything decent.
Our contracts were going to be tied to the direction of the station, and we didn't agree where it was going anymore.
Exactly. And so we had worked so hard to build this station, and our whole careers were built on this station, especially mine. My whole life, my whole career was built on that signal. And so before we had people that owned the station or that were managing the station that knew our importance.
Right.
They knew the research on us. They knew how we performed. One of the best performing morning shows in the country.
Yeah.
And so when we went to this new company and they were starting to change the recipe, and one of the first things they did is they got rid of the PD.
That's too just
No, listen. I'm telling the whole story.
No, you don't have to.
You're not getting that.
I want to do the highlights.
Just the highlights, Larry.
So
you guys
anyways,
wanted to leave there, man.
No, for sure. I'm getting to it.
So
we were offered. They were trying to offer us this lowball deal, and we were about it. So then
we didn't like where the station was going.
Again, that's what I was saying. They were changing every aspect of what we had worked so hard for, and
the
we
music,
were and we were actually
what we could say.
Well, we were in the beginning. We were being good sports too, because we're maybe they know something we don't know. Maybe this is their management style. So we were okay, giving them the benefit of the doubt.
Right.
So when they were changing things, we were okay, that we're not really in agreement with that, but do your thing. And then they kept changing one thing after another, and it got to the point where they're tanking the station, and this is not what we were about.
And then for me personally,
we're used to being up here, and they're
this is like therapy for Larry right now. Larry's just going and going.
So what's wrong with
that? No, nothing at all. So it's therapy for you.
I know, but earlier you were oh, we don't need
right. I think it's great.
No.
But wait, for real fast, for me though, there was an incident, and this is something I have not spoken about. There was an incident personally for me with someone there.
I know, but
and I didn't like how it was handled, and I knew that I couldn't work for a company or that person for the way that if that's how they would handle this kind of a situation and complaint that I personally had.
Okay, so are you? I know what you're talking
the
about.
Incident, right?
Right. So you're going to tell the incident?
The incident.
The incident. Okay, so there was an incident.
Well, this goes to the bigger picture of.
I just didn't want to be around those people.
Well, now all of a sudden we are being, they're changing the recipe, and now somebody's in charge of us that we're like, who is this guy? We don't know this guy. What's his track record? And then all of a sudden, this happened.
Right. So it was at a concert backstage.
I'm part of the story.
Right. You are part of the story.
Because in fact, I'll start because it happened to me first, and then it was you.
Right. Totally.
So this guy was our new kind of boss, I guess, and all of a sudden he brings his wife back. To one of the concerts backstage.
And she'd been there.
Right, it's our summer jam or something like that.
I'd met her before.
Whatever.
Right.
So
never had an issue with her, I thought.
Right, so then we're hanging out, and then all of a sudden she's partying.
Yeah,
and then,
a lot.
And I'm just hanging out, and all of a sudden...
And everyone knows, like, we have a certain point, we can't drink until a certain point.
Right, because
we're
working.
sober.
Right. So we're hanging out, and all of a sudden she comes up to me, and she tries to kiss me.
Yeah. Had her arms up over Larry's shoulders.
And I thought,
and was pulling him in.
And I thought she was coming in for a hug, so I was like, hello? And then she tried to put her mouth on my mouth.
Right.
And I was like, whoa.
And then Larry is fighting her off so much to the point that I yelled to my girlfriend who was there to look at it. And when I said my girlfriend's name, the husband saw what was happening and ran over.
No, that wasn't it. She tried.
That's what I saw.
Well, that was the first time she tried to kiss me.
Oh, my God.
And then after that, I was like, I kind of moved away from her. And then she tried to kiss me again. And that's when you reacted. And that's when he came over and he was like trying to pull her off of me. And like, because I didn't know why she was trying to kiss me, because it's not like her and I were like checking each other out, and she clearly knows that I'm gay. So I thought it was kind of like just her messing with me.
Maybe she's trying to convert you.
I don't know.
Get this guy.
It was just weird.
Right.
And so when he pulled her off of me, she punched him in the stomach super hard. And like to the point.
She did.
Right.
Like to the point where we were like, oh, so that's how that's handled in your house.
Right.
Like, she punched him.
Right,
yeah.
For sure. So
then, fast forward a little bit later in the night, she had some girlfriends there, and I had met them earlier in the night, and they were really nice. Like, I liked them.
Right.
And so then it's towards the end of the night. We're about to go out for the last, to announce the last act.
Right.
So I'm in there real fast, straightening up my face and stuff before we go out on stage. And the only people in the room are my girlfriend and her, and then this boss's wife, and her two friends.
Okay.
And they literally turn into girls at the cafeteria table talking smack.
Right. You actually hear them around the corner. In fact, one of your girlfriends is like, yo, they're talking about
Right.
you.
And so they're like...
And this is like our new boss's wife.
The room is this big, everybody.
Right.
Like, so it's not like... And so I go, what? What are you saying? Like I confronted her. And she goes, nothing.
And everybody started looking at the floor and being real weird.
And the two friends are like not looking me in the eye now. And she's just like, hee, and they're giggling. And then she goes, we were just talking about your diva-liciousness, or some stupid word that had diva in it. This is the second time in the night she's brought that up for me.
Right.
And if you know me, which most of you do in Denver because you've listened to me for 15 years, I'm not a diva. I am the lesbian butch girl that will work her ass
Well,
off.
you're not a lesbian.
Well, no, but I'm just saying, I don't like makeup. I don't like to dress up. I don't have any of those diva things. Never wear jewelry.
Right.
And so, plus, I'm the girl that does the club nights. I put in the work to be where I was. So anyways, so then I go, okay, well, this is just weird. I just want you to know this is weird. And I start to walk away, and my girlfriend is standing there, and she's eavesdropping, and they're talking smack again. So I walk back, and I confront it, because I'm an adult now. I'm not a kid. And I walk back, and I'm like, what did you say? Say it to my face. I am standing right here.
Is this road rage, Kathie?
Yeah, well, at this point, it's my boss's wife, so my temperament is still trying to be cool.
Right, that's what I'm saying. It's like when you're like in a situation with you're getting to know your new boss, you're kind of just trying to be on good behavior or whatever, and that all of a sudden this is happening is beyond belief. So then so then she's not confronting me. So now I'm dealing with a child. It's like, you can talk behind my back, but you're not going to say what you're saying. Right, and then after all of this happened, like all of a sudden it was just like it didn't happen. It was never addressed. So then I went to my boss immediately that night out there by the backstage and said, your wife just said this to me. Do we have a problem because she doesn't work with me? You do. Are you thinking I'm a diva? No, we don't have a problem, Kathie. I don't know what she's thinking. Blah, blah, blah. Well, so then we talk about it the next week, and I'm just thinking,
I'm thinking that he's going to apologize. If my man was out of line with a coworker and was starting to drive a wedge, I would say, you need to apologize. This is my job.
Well, yeah, and you would think that he would have just been, hey, my bad.
I'm so sorry she did
she's
that.
crazy.
Yeah.
Blah blah. But nothing. It was just like
and then a higher up knew the story, and still nothing happened. So I just was like, I didn't work this hard for my career and put my kids on hold and everything in my life so I could build this here in Denver with all y'all. For me to get to work for somebody like that.
Well, people are texting in right now. It says, Larry, let the truth set you free.
For real.
Kathie, did you want to stomp her ass down?
Right. Well, those of you that were in the clubs with me all those years know that Kathie, I was the one that was going out there taking off my earrings. Like, I did. But, how do you handle that? It was just weird.
This one says, Kathie, thank you so much for sharing your story. You're amazing, and I know you're the most humble, beautiful person. I mean, your comment on my little Instagram page, you're the coolest ever. Love you.
I love all your Instagrams, everybody.
Okay, so yeah, it was just weird that we were in this position that our contracts are coming up. They're changing everything that we've worked for, and now they put this weird guy in charge, and it was just...
Who doesn't think that he needs to put his wife in check?
Right, exactly. And so we're like, and then we were thinking maybe that was a one-off, and he's felt so weird, and then it wasn't a one-off, because we actually saw her a couple times, and it was just a weird position to have your boss have his wife be like trying to kiss you and trying to throw Kathie under the bus.
Right.
It just did not sit well with us.
We didn't want to stay there. So we reached a point where the Green Solution was like, hey guys, we would love to be with you. We know your value. We've listened to you forever, and we know that people will come. So they saved us, and we're happy, so happy for the union.
Yeah, we had a working relationship. Oh, we forgot he was still on the phone.
This guy's been on the phone.
Dude,
he's been listening this whole time.
He's like, you guys know I'm at my job now.
I love you. This is so weird because
it was therapeutic. It was a one run-on sentence.
The Green Solution gave us the opportunity to do radio the way we wanted to. So we're sitting in front of the green screen, Facebook Live. We got the text going, and you're on the phone. So I'm sorry that we forgot about you.
I didn't. I kept hearing him once in a while make a sound.
I love you.
I'm glad you heard him. Yeah.
Well, I'm glad you didn't use the bathroom.
I did.
Oh, yeah.
But no, it was cool. Like, I thank you guys, because obviously for this whole time I've been wondering kind of what happened, and it definitely makes sense. I mean, that sounds awful.
Right. Well, I wouldn't tell you to work for somebody you didn't like, so why should I do it?
Part of it was also that this company, we were owned by, not pure broadcast companies before, and this Entercom CBS thing is just as big as like a Clear Channel. So we were offered another deal at Clear Channel, and it looked just like the deal that they were offering us. And so when Entercom realized that we weren't being thrilled by the offers, they put their offer in, and we were like, yeah, this kind of might work because it's a good pairing. I said it before. It's like... You mean chocolate
green
and strawberries.
You mean the Green Solution?
Yeah.
So it is exciting because it's like we were doing Larry Uncensored podcast as you guys were going through that year. I had left a year before that. And so then when we were doing this, it was like, man, why don't we just do our own station? I was like, we can recreate everything that those other stations have. We duplicate it for ourselves, and then we give the listeners what they want.
Make it better.
Better music, less commercials, and longer, more of you guys.
But we couldn't have done it without all of you hanging in there with us. So, thank you.
Hey, thank you for calling us, man. We got other people calling in, so we gotta get this. Thank you, buddy.
Real quick,
I'll shut up.
Real quick, the guy, you can hang up.
Okay,
Thanks, dude. But when it was funny before this guy.
Hold on one second. This is a new guy.
I could still hear whatever. So when he became our boss, he used to be a sales guy, and so
I remember that.
Right.
Yeah.
So it was funny because. They were all of a sudden giving us different accounts and different salespeople, and everybody was new to us. So I remember that there was a sales guy that called me, and he was like, yo, what's up, Larry? He's like, hey, man, you want to do an Orioles endorsement? And I was like, for sure, I'd love to, absolutely. And he's like, okay, I need this from you and that. And I was like, cool. So then all of a sudden one day he became the boss, and he came to me and he was like, all right, who's your endorsements? What salespeople are you working with? I was like, I do this endorsement, that endorsement. And I was like, and there's some black guy. I was like, that
some new black
guy, he has the Oreo account. And he goes, what? And I was like, there's a black sales guy that has the Oreo account. He goes,
I talked to him on the phone.
Yeah, he goes, that's me. And I was all, oh my God.
You're a
I was
white guy.
It's like, I didn't know that was you, dude. My bad. And then at one...
You're a white guy.
Right.
They worked in Connecticut.
At one point, when Kendall left, we had like a temporary producer, Lenny, who was coming in to interview.
Like Lenny, yeah.
And he said, he came in and he was like, he had talked to this guy a couple times on the phone. So he was coming in expecting to meet a black guy.
Right.
So he walked in the room and there's Kendall. He knew who Kendall was, knew who Kathie was.
Right.
And Larry's like, who's this guy?
Right, who's this
And he's
guy?
all, hey, what's up, man?
It threw Lenny off, too.
Right, exactly.
Yeah, right.
Some people just have the black man.
Did the other guy leave, or was he asked to leave?
Which guy?
The B.
Oh, no. I think it was more of he told them that he was like, hey, can you help me with a job elsewhere? And they were like, oh, so you want to leave? It's cool.
Yeah, you don't tell your job that you would like to look for another job somewhere else. They will take that as an opportunity for you to leave.
Right, and maybe for them to save something on a budget.
You think you can trust the companies? You can't trust the companies. It's why there's only 5 of us at this company.
Hey, you're on with...
We're all looking at each other like, I got everybody in arms
Tell me
reach.
about right. What are you up to?
You're on live with Larry and Kathie J. Keep it clean. Are you there?
I'm here.
Hi.
Who's this?
This is Mikey. I've been with you guys since Rick, Larry, and Jennifer.
Wow, back in the day, Cafe.
So you remember me when I used to have tonsils and sounded like a man. That was way back when I first started.
Yeah, that was before Kathie had done the whole trans surgery.
I had my tonsils removed.
And her penis.
So you're old school. So you've been, Mikey, you are old school. We got to meet up with you and have a drink, buddy.
Yeah, I've been here. I've been with Larry back in the day when he was promoting. You know what I'm saying?
When I was promoting what?
When you were doing the commercials for I don't want to say their name, but
okay.
Used car place.
Right. For sure. I've done. We've endorsed like several used car places.
But we landed with
career.
Larry Miller Nissan.
Yeah, and they
have.
They're called pre-owned, sir.
Yeah.
Hey,
certified pre-owned. If you go with Larry Miller,
you should come to our happy hour. We're having happy hour at the Alamo Draft House in Stanley, or not Stanley Lake.
Sloan's Lake.
Sloan's Lake.
I was at the Stanley Hotel.
No, Sloan's Lake. We're doing that this Thursday from 4 to 6. We'll buy you a beer.
Right.
Do you have a question?
Yep. So. Yeah, my question is, and this is mostly for both of you, perspective is, with all of this awesome, as I say awesome, it's huge scandal of sexual misconduct in the business place, what do we take about our media? Because we don't know who to trust. We don't know what's going on. It's like everyone's reporting something, and yet they have a skeleton in their closet.
Yes.
Like,
no, for sure. That's why...
Matt Lauer got called out yesterday, and it's like, boom.
No. I think that the real answer is that... since everybody's in the know now and everybody's aware of it, unless if you really cross the line, you should obviously be in trouble. But if you were just kind of like, it kind of seems like some guys are just more inappropriate. Mm-hmm. I think that from this point on, you now are in check. So if you come out of pocket and you think you can do this again,
you're crazy.
You're crazy.
You're
but
crazy.
If you're Harvey Weinstein,
we're going to turn into the pod people. Like if the junk comes out in front of us from now on, all women.
Everybody knows to stat it, right?
Like you call.
Right. Start filming it. Go Facebook Live. That would be the best thing because like we're
Could you
live.
imagine if somebody did that to Harvey Weinstein?
Right. Oh my God.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Get ready, men. We're going to Facebook Live.
No, but I think
exactly.
I think that there's some people that are hearing some of the allegations on people going, "That's it." Mm-hmm. Like in other words, like I got far worse before I even got out of college. You know what I mean?
That's what he's saying. Skeletons in the closet.
Right.
I would like to announce I probably have some skeletons in the closet.
Right. And she's touched every one of them.
Yeah.
But yeah.
All those bones.
We're also
bony.
talking about how sometimes it's not just men, but it seems like everybody getting busted is a guy. You know what I mean? But
That's true.
It'd be nice to hear from some guy that, Martha Stewart tried to take his pants off.
Right. There are women in power. I mean, are we going to hear a story eventually about Oprah?
Right. Oh my God. Can you imagine?
Can you imagine?
Oprah
No
got
way.
desires. She got needs.
No, Oprah, please.
Right. It can't be Oprah.
Sure, Tyler Perry was being used a couple times by Oprah, if you know.
Yes.
If a story comes out about Oprah, it's the end of time.
Exactly.
Dogs will start sleeping with cats.
Exactly. It's time to just shoot ourselves in the head.
Okay. Hey, well, thank you for the call, man. And for being a long-term listener.
Mwah, thank you.
Thanks, buddy.
Support you guys. Love you all.
Love you
Thanks,
too.
man.
Bye-bye.
All right, so we'll keep streaming
That was
live.
so funny because we're like, ask us anything. He's all, what about the crisis of what we're in of sexual harassment? You really can ask us.
Ask
anything.
us about us.
No, anything. Like I'll share recipes, my laundry tips.
So here's the deal. You can call us at any time or text us 303-728-3420. Give us those shout outs if you're listening on the phone. And if you haven't downloaded and you're streaming on Facebook, Larry and Kathie Today, they have their own app. Larry and Kathie Today's Blazin' Hit app. You search for it in iTunes, the iOS app, or in the Google Play.
Kathie's used to the TV world, so she's used to being like in a comfy chair. I'm used to sitting at the board, so I feel exposed.
Yeah, like, uncomfortable.
We're in some weird thing with graffiti on it.
Well, now we're gonna have someone come over there and touch you and make you feel really uncomfortable, Larry.
That was weird.
Oh, no.
Considering it's just you and me and producer Bolty in
he's
here,
got to earn his stripes.
Bolty's got to touch you.
Bolty's got to earn his stripes.
Good luck, Bolty.
We're going to keep
Larry
going.
touches back.
We're going to keep going live on Facebook, and we're going to take a break on air. We're going to play some music, and then we'll get back. Call them and ask Larry and Kathie J anything. 303-728-3420. We'll be right back.
From the Mile High City.
And now, worldwide.
You're streaming Larry and Kathie's
Blazin' Hit Radio.
We've been taking calls. We are streaming live on Facebook, so you can watch there, or you can just call us in with those questions.
You can also see us on Fat Facebook.
On Fat what is Fat Facebook?
Fat Facebook is for people that your face doesn't fit on regular Facebook.
Right.
Oh, okay.
So my cheeks always run out the frame.
Right.
So I'm on Fat Facebook.
303-728-3420. Call us from the phone, or call us just right there. Who's this?
Hey, it's Mike.
Another Mike. What's going on, Mike?
Nothing, Kathie J. How are you, Larry? How are you?
Good, man. What's your question?
Hey, my question is, you guys, I'm hearing about the beef that you had, or the incident, but with the new crew that's over there now in the mornings, were you guys tight? Are you guys still kind of tight?
Well, here's the thing. Like, Tony V and I are boys, and, we're always going to be friends. And the thing is, it is weird that he's, in my old job.
Right.
But we took our audience with us, so it really doesn't matter because, and I feel bad that we did that for him because they have no ratings and they're really going to have to try to earn it or whatever. But
for them as people, we love them. I love seeing
Right. I like Joneses, like I do an impression of Jones, bro. But like, here's the thing, bro. Like, they're not as good as us, bro. And they're never going to be.
They got to get into their own groove.
I know, but I remember their first show. I was listening to their first show when they signed on, and one of the first things they said is like, Tony was like, "Hey, you know what? We're not the other morning show."
Right.
And I was all, "You're damn right." And then he's like, "We're going to do our thing." So whatever.
Have to, right. Everybody's different.
Right.
But as for the three of them, like Sadie Jones and Tony, we've worked for them. I've worked for them mostly my whole career and with them. And I love them and I wish them the best. What they do from here is up to them and their commitment and the chemistry they need to create. But, I wish them the best.
I say that you're on a sinking ship. Get off.
Well, the station.
Yeah, the station's going to crash and they're going to change format and they're going to screw you guys. So I wouldn't trust that company as far as I could throw it. And with my bad knee, I shouldn't be throwing anybody.
Hal, you shouldn't be throwing anything. So there you go.
So with that, though, I'm sorry to ask another question, but with that, do you think you guys would expand what you guys have going on right now?
Yeah, for sure. Yeah. I mean, like, the thing is, we're just getting started.
Right.
And this station is our own station, and we have the whole station. So it's like, I can't wait to have, like, a Friday night, like, Larry's gay dance party.
Oh, my God.
Or just, just really fun music. Like, I want to play, like, songs like
pop songs,
Bang,
we know.
Bang into the room. Songs that were big, like, a couple years ago.
The stuff that he annoys Wiggins and I with every morning when he calls us.
Listen, I have a theory, is that we're a very disposable society, and so we're always on to the next thing. So it's like, songs used to stick around and matter. Mariah Carey's, hits were, like, abundant and ever-present. Yeah. Ariana Grande, hers, like, do you even remember an Ariana Grande song? It's like, in other words, I just want to bring that fun music tonight. I want to have my own show on Friday and Saturday night.
Right. Yeah. Larry's Street Party.
I want to be like, I think I did it again.
That's exactly it.
Made you believe.
Larry, you were so wrong. Larry, you were so wrong.
It may seem like a crash.
What's that?
Going to bring. You're not. One more thing. Just you guys aren't going to bring Father Abercrombie back in.
Oh yes, Father Abercrombie's always here.
Hi, Father.
And I have a new target.
Who?
And I'm not talking about the one in Northfield. I'm talking about Wiggins as the new target.
Oh, yeah.
I didn't know he went to Catholic school.
That's right, Father Abercrombie.
That means Wiggins was reared in the rectory.
Yes, you were reared in a rectory.
That's why I didn't go with you, Father Abercrombie, up to that retreat.
Well,
dude.
then we have to rear you in the rectory right now.
You know, we also have producer Bolte.
Producer Bolte,
Father Abercrombie.
rear Wiggins in the rectory right now.
No, Bolte.
Yes.
Father,
You're fired if you do that.
Yes,
Father.
I'll make it rain. I'll make it rain.
You had a restraining order against Kendall. Do you,
know
want
what's
one
restrained
against
right
this guy?
now is this boner in my pants. It's being restrained.
Hey.
I wear man spanks.
Okay, you got Mike to go, wow.
Bang, 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 bang,
Bye,
bang.
Father Abercrombie. Thanks a lot for bringing him up,
to
Mike.
the room.
Larry's gay dance party.
Bang, bang, all over you.
You said
every
it, not
Friday
us.
night. Bang, bang,
All right,
bang,
all right.
bang, bang, bang.
guys.
Thank you for calling, man. We really
Dance
appreciate
party.
it.
Thank you. Oh, no.
So if you're streaming us and you're listening on Facebook, make sure that everyone's asking, oh man, what station are you guys on? I love watching you guys. A lot of people, like you said this before, Larry, they don't know that you guys
We're our back.
You guys
we
have your
run into
own
people
app.
all day long that are like, what? We're so sad for you guys, and we're like, well, we're back. We're doing mornings. And they're like, what?
Yeah.
And so I grab every single person and go to the App Store, type in Blaze and Hit Radio, and there it pops up. It's free, and it's like we hardly have any commercials, and it's all us and music.
Well, and I think as we expand, we're gonna talk more. We had to get the system in place and get where we wanted to be and get this simulcast going.
I know, but we
our
still
goal
have
is
to every
talk
once in a while
more.
be like,
Bang, bang,
Oh
all
my
over
God.
you.
All right. Okay.
Bang, bang, to the room.
Again, thank you to the
Bang.
Great Solution
You know
for
what?
helping our dreams come true.
Yes.
I'm sorry, everybody was all about that song when it was out. Why are we so easy to let great
I wasn't
hits
as into
go?
Bang Bang.
Whoa.
Larry, you
Bang,
love
bang,
the pop. You're just
bang,
different.
bang.
You just love that.
My
that particular-
anaconda don't. My anaconda don't. Everybody was into that song. And where does it go? Where do good pop songs go?
Yeah. You know what? Every single
How
one of those
many
songs that you
people-
love, Larry made a parody to. You got Anaconda, Don't, Arnold, and then the Bang Bang. What was
Great.
that? A Broncos song at one point.
Right. Yeah, I probably did do that.
Closer,
Yeah.
totally
Closer,
agree. You ruined that song for me. You ruined all the songs. Lammy, lammy, lammy.
I ruin the songs, or I make a
You
cool
make them
song
better.
out
You
of
make
it.
them better.
Lammy, lammy,
Every time
lammy.
I go to Wendy's, this was like 10 years ago, I still sing Biggie, 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 fries.
For me, sometimes I dip them in my Frosty, and I just love
sang
your
that one
fatty
night, and I-
ways. And you're so gay.
Okay, you didn't sing that part.
Let's go a little throwback. Let's go.
Okay, let's
let's
do
play
it.
some.
Back in the day. My anaconda don't. My anaconda don't want none unless you've got Bonson.
Boy named Troy used to live in Detroit. Big dope dealer money, he was getting some coins. Was in true thoughts with the law, but he lived in a palace. Bought me Alexander Queen, he was keeping me stylish. Now that's
Real.
gun in my purse, bitch, I came dressed to kill. Who wants to go first? Have them pushing daffodils. I'm high as hell, I only took a half a pill. I'm on some dumb shit. By the way, you can tell I ain't missing no meals. Come do him in my automobile. Telling me with grills, telling me to chill. He telling me it's real. Love my sex appeal. You don't like him bony, something to grab. Come through with my jag, hit him with the jab. Hey,
Dun, 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 dun.
anaconda don't. My anaconda don't. My anaconda don't want none unless you got Bonton. Oh my God, look at her butt. Oh my God, look at her butt. Oh my God, look at her butt. Look at her butt.
Look at her butt.
Okay, we're
And
gonna.
that was not a parody as much as just his version of her song.
No, anytime you do Arnold is good. We're gonna
I know,
keep it
but
going.
It was not the original lyrics. I have to give props to the person who wrote it.
Yeah. Oh, to the yeah,
That
I
was
get
the
what
real
you're saying.
lyrics.
Yeah, the real
Yeah, right,
lyrics.
right.
I guess I just so am into Arnold, I didn't even think about that.
Right.
So 303-728-3420. Thank you for streaming us on Facebook Live. You can download our app right now if you haven't already. And if you do have the app, you can give us a shout out, a call, a text, all within the app. And then this is how you get a hold of us.
Are we done taking questions?
No. We're gonna play another song and then we'll be right back.
Ask us anything.
From the Mile High City
And now, worldwide.
Blaze and Hit Radio.
So basically, anybody was we're letting anybody call us on our YOLO rum line 303-728-3420. You can also text us anything.
This is a great question, Larry. It's a text, and it's hey guys, it's Kyle.
Hey, Kyle.
Hi,
Kyle.
Long time listener, was actually listening since 104.3. Just wondering what Larry's favorite bit that he's made over the years was.
Oh, wow.
Besides cheese sticks, of course, that's everyone's favorite.
No, it's not everyone's favorite.
That's everybody's favorite video.
No, it's not.
God, it'd be hard for me to pick like a favorite just because, I don't know. I mean,
Is there one that's your baby?
no, they're all my babies. But I mean, it's just like I'm so into the next one that I forget. Like when I hear some of these, I'm like, oh, I forgot I did that.
But if I were to say we're making a best of, Larry, start naming off the ones you want to be on the collection.
God, I'd have to go through them and then just start prioritizing. Like it's like when somebody's like, hey, do a voice. Sometimes when somebody puts me on the spot, I can't even think of who I do. Like I'm like, what voices do I do? And then I'll do two, and then I feel like I ran out. Like I did Morgan Freeman and Arnold Schwarzenegger, and then I'm all, who else do I do?
You do everyone.
Right.
It was like when Greg Proops, the guy that was from Probst was from Whose Lines Is It Anyway was here, and you guys were going to do an ad-lib game. I was like, oh my God, Larry is going to kill this. And you were supposed to ask back in a question, and you like messed it up twice. I was all, this is the king.
It was so quick.
He's our king.
The premise was so foreign to me, like this whole, it has to be question, and I was just totally on the spot. I blew it.
Right.
Yeah. But I do want to practice that.
I do too, because I think it'll get your brain going quicker.
Well, yeah, or just to be fun to do. You know what I mean? To try to see how long you could go with keep asking.
Okay.
But I mean, not now.
I was just
We're going to do this
so
at
you'd
my
like to do it
basement.
now? You'd
No.
like to do it now?
I don't care.
No, I was just asking you the question.
I don't know. Do you?
You failed again, Larry.
I didn't know we started.
Larry!
Usually there's a sounder, like a gun goes off or a horn.
But I would say like Adele, like when you did Darth Vader.
Hello.
Like, yeah, I thought
It's me.
I thought that was awesome.
Yeah, that was fun.
That was great.
I like
Cheated on a. That's a good one. I like the
You're
lyrics
right,
to
right.
it. And I was really into the Nicki Minaj song that
You
was
really
hers.
were, right.
Yeah. Love that song.
So yeah. Well, we got cheese sticks right now. Should we play
No,
it?
no, I'll kill you.
No.
I'll run across
hold
the
on.
floor and kill you.
Well, we played that
Oh,
earlier
yeah, we
today.
did, Arnold.
We did Arnold. So we,
Butterface.
People love
Closer,
Butterface. Closer.
Closer, it's been a minute, like, you know, like, and that was the whole thing with the DIA thing. Like, everybody was like asking us, you know, when we were doing our voiceover to
Yes.
try to make it as the voices for the train at DIA.
Yes.
A lot of people were like, hey, how come you didn't do the Chicano guy?
And?
Hey, welcome to Denver. It's going to be all fun. Hold on to the rail or your ass is going to fall.
Your train is arriving.
Oh, yeah, I forgot. My old lady wants to be on here, too.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, hold on. Let's do it again.
All right, here we go.
Hello, and welcome to Denver International Airport.
Damn, you should see my old lady's chi-chis. They're big.
Stop it. The A train is arriving. Please keep clear and hold on for departure to all B gates.
Guess what A stands for?
What?
Your sweet ass.
This is the terminal.
Welcome to Denver. Don't believe her, not everybody's dead.
Terminal.
Hey, welcome to Denver. You just got on one train, but there's another train that's going to take you to the parking garage. Oh, no, I think you have to pay for that train. Never mind.
Board here for all A gates.
Girl, I've been bored for the last 10 minutes. This train goes in a circle.
You are now heading to Terminal Ground Transportation and Baggage Claim.
Yeah, make sure you claim that old bag. That's your old lady. Like, hey, let's go home and do the nasty.
Oh, God.
Don't call me that.
I'm
It gives me a God complex.
Please hold on.
To my big old rail.
Okay. The doors are closing.
Yeah, on your whole life.
Please keep clear and hold on for departure.
Yeah, because I gotta go caca on Concourse C.
Okay.
Oh, my
That's
God.
the gay cruising bathroom. It's all uncomfortable in there because I go in there to do my business and I hear all these guys all, oh, what's up? How's it going? I'll go, you know, and I'm like, damn, I'm just trying to poop.
Oh, God.
Larry and Kathie's Blazing Hit Radio. Rise and shine.
We're back.
Every morning.
was wondering if you're going to see the new Star Wars movie. It looks good and everything, but I'm not in it as I died in Star Wars number 3. Hello from the dark side. Are you ready for another ride? Make sure when you see it, you're totally baked. Star Wars number 7. The Force is awakened. Hello. It's me.
It's you.
I was cruising in the Jag or the Lamborghini.
1.4 million views for that, Larry. Good job on that.
Good on you, Wig. You did the video.
I just took copyrighted material and repurposed it. I did nothing. You were the all original creator.
It's me.
So
we love her. We love Adele.
Yes, we do.
People are asking about Butterface. It's cool to have. You've made such an impact, Larry, with your bits over the years.
For real.
That you've ruined songs for people in a good way.
Right.
But to the point to where they remember everything. Say, "What's Butterface?" And that was how long was Butterface?
That was when Lady Gaga first hit.
Yeah, so at least 7 years ago.
I remember that song. Hearing it for the first time, Chris turned me on to Just Dance by Lady Gaga.
I remember that.
And I was just like, oh my God, what a great track. It was so addictive. And then I took it to the PD and he was like, that is the jam. He's like, but I don't know if we'll ever play it. And then eventually we were jamming it. I was like, yeah.
There you go. 303-728-3420. People have been texting us and calling us because you guys, what do we call it? Open? What's not open
Ask
phone?
us anything.
Ask us anything. So everyone's been calling in and asking you guys a lot of questions about the past and the history. But this one is a response to what we just did with the DIA. It says, I can't listen to y'all on the bus anymore. I'm busted out laughing like an idiot and people are staring. The doors are closing on the rest of your life. Lord.
They're like, look at that lady on the bus. She's all on meth, laughing at herself. Stay away from her.
Stay away from her.
We got another text the other day where the girl said that she actually got an email from someone in another cubicle saying, stop laughing so loud.
Right.
And she
That was
said,
when we were doing the DIA
she
stuff.
said-
They're like, I'm trying to work.
An angry coworker, man. Who
Totally,
tells you to
totally.
stop laughing at work?
Right. That's when you just give them the app, our app, and say, laugh
She
with
said
me.
she did. She sent it back. This is what you need to be listening to.
So in the app, and the Android app is supposed to be fixed today for people having issues with that, but
he's the boy who cried app wolf.
Yeah, I know, exactly. I'm the app wolf guy. But so people have given us a shout out. So we got a few shout out questions for you guys. So
okay, cool. Let's do that next.
Yeah, we'll do that next.
Closer.
You're streaming Larry and Kathie's Blazing Hit Radio.
I'm Larry Ulibarri.
I'm Kathie J.
I'm Wiggins, and I'm
Yeah, I
distracted,
know you
so
are.
I'm like trying to get over to the mic in time.
All right, so I have to read some of the things coming through on the text line.
Okay.
303-728-3420. Oh my God, I was laughing so much. I actually had to get up and go on break. Larry, didn't you used to do an Asian lady?
I've done all kinds of ladies, but never Asian.
You're an equal opportunity. Really?
No. I mean, as having sex.
Heyo.
No, an Asian guy, maybe.
I don't know if I ever did an Asian lady on a reg. You know what I mean?
I don't know if you had a character.
I'm sure I've offended some Asians with my regular Asian accent.
You do.
You talk like a guy, though.
Open condom.
Yeah, that was
when
it.
you
But
do
the
that.
thing like this,
And then you do your girl.
so honey. But the thing is, it's like, like the Asian people can be very offended easily.
Mm-hmm.
So it's kind of like the accents are going away by the wayside
Mm-hmm.
because it's like, a Native American accent. Sandler tried to do a whole movie on it and everybody
Right.
got all mad.
Yeah, for real.
And so it's kind of like, it just depends because, we are given a lot of leeway because we are equal opportunity offenders
Yes.
and we're multicultural and
We want people just to laugh. and
We don't
enjoy.
just offend one person, we offend them all.
We don't try to offend, but like the thing is, I don't really think it's me. I feel as a person that does impressions, I just do what I hear. You know what I mean?
No, trust me.
So if I do
Wiggins
a voice,
and I know.
right? But like if I do this voice, I can do this voice all day.
Hi, Terrell.
Hey, what's up, Kathie?
Oh my God, I love it when you
girl,
come to visit.
Damn, girl, you so fine.
Oh,
I watch you every day, girl,
thank
on that
you.
show, and it's like my wife. She like, hey, why are you watching Kathie all day? And I'm like, oh, cause she fine.
Oh God, Terrell, thank you. Stop it.
Damn.
Okay.
So I just can't. I can't.
Are
the
these
voice
your real
comes
muscles?
in.
Do you work out all the time?
Yeah, girl.
So people can literally on the phone in the app, they can send us shout outs now, which is a super cool feature. If you don't want to call in, you don't want to text in, but you still want to be part of the show. And so since you guys are asking them to call in with their questions,
right?
This is
These
what
are
we got.
these are people that are like on the fly. Like I'm too busy to call because I just had my yogurt and now I have to get in the car and drop the kids off. Let me just leave my comment.
You can literally hear their turn signal as they're
that's
driving.
funny.
So there's two questions here.
Hey guys, good morning. Just wondering, since we listened to you so long on the other radio station, what did happen? I remember you guys kind of were just by yourselves, you two, for a little bit. So, just fill us in on the gossip. Thanks. Love you guys. Bye.
Girl, you got to get on Facebook Live because we spilled the tea.
We spilled all the tea, girl. Basically, long story short, Kendall wanted to opt out of his situation here. We weren't going to hold him to it. For the last year of us being on the air, he wasn't really super duper friendly to us, so we kind of knew it was over. And then so we had kind of mourned that loss. We knew that was coming.
Nor did he want to talk to us about it. That was the part that
right. He definitely did not give us
management and didn't talk to us.
Right, he had no loyalty to us, which is fine because his wife hates us.
Yeah.
All right. So the thing is, that's a whole different story. But the other thing is, we ended up being free of the restraints of corporate radio, and we now have our own radio station.
Yes,
we can do it our way.
Yeah.
Thank you, Green Solution.
Yes, absolutely. We partnered with the #1 dispensary. We're the #1 morning show.
#1 dispensary in the world. The largest cannabis company in the world.
And we're the best morning show in the world, so we all had sex together, and we're going to make little pot radio babies.
And they'll be hilarious.
It's the future.
Oh, my God. Okay, so you ready for the next question?
Yes.
All right.
Hey guys, this is Danielle. First, I just want to say I am so glad you guys are back. I have been listening since you started, and I'm kind of surprised a lot of people don't know you guys are back yet. Quick question, and I just joined this morning, so this may have already been asked, but I wanted to see what you guys thought of Kendall B's new show. Have a great day. Love you guys. Bye.
How cute is she?
I have not heard it. I know that he records it from California.
He's not even here, so if you think he's here, he's front.
Right.
He's in California. We told you he wanted to go home.
Right, and a lot of people kind of do that in radio, big radio now. They're like, they don't live in the city, so like half the DJs that you're listening to there's some on KS.
I was going to say, there's one on KS.
Yeah, there's a couple on the party that they just
They patch him in from another city,
right? And then they
pretend. They tell him things like, "Say that you really enjoyed going to 14th and Larimer last night."
Right? They'll give him little things like,
and it's pronounced Alameda instead of Alameda. Like they give them clues so they can sound like they're in the city that y'all are in.
For sure, it's like
in Denver.
Right? It's like, oh man, I sure love being here in Denver. Last night at Little Man Ice Cream, I got some great stuff.
You're right. Yeah, it doesn't fly.
Right. So that and the thing is, I have not heard his show because he's on when we're on, and so I really didn't I heard him do his show with us for a long time.
Right. Yeah. Right. So no, I haven't heard it either because it's on when we're on.
And you know what? Here's the thing: is like I will say that I learned from Kendall. Like I learned.
We always gave him his props when for the length of the show that we did. Whenever we meet people, because sometimes the guy that pushes the buttons is kind of the unsung hero.
Right.
It's like when you meet a rock band and everybody wants to meet Adam Levine,
but the drummer's back there,
right? Exactly,
keeping the tempo.
Exactly. So we've never undersold the fact that he
was important.
It was important, and we always said that he was like the third part of the show, that we were all equals, and so we had a good working relationship for most of it. It just started to fade
last year
toward the end.
So
last couple years.
So I'm thankful for that. I'm like I could do what I can do because of that, and he showed me a lot. But
he was born to do radio. He loves radio.
But the one thing I do have a caveat on is the fact that he would go to remotes and he would want to be bail, or he wouldn't go at all. So when we would have events and things things that every single person at the station went to, he wouldn't go. And he'd make up the lamest. He wasn't a good liar and never lied. So he would come up with the worst excuses about why he couldn't go. That was my only thing that I ever.
I don't think it was that. He was smarter than that. He would plan something where he was out of town.
Right,
like,
for sure.
Oh, that's the weekend? Oh, well, I'm going to be out of town.
Sorry, I can't do that.
It was like, but I kind of hated it because I was like, damn it, why didn't I think of that?
No, for sure. He was always one step ahead of the game. But he was also, we were very accommodating to him in the sense that, like, he would always kind of map out his vacation first, and then we'd kind of bend and work our vacations to go around his.
But for the most part, it was great. It was just fell apart.
Right, it was toward the end, last couple of years.
Okay.
And it's like we said, his wife hated our guts.
This text, again, you can text on the phone. This is Karina. Is it Karina? Corinne? Karina. Just wanted to say I love your show. I work at a mental health clinic, and if I get caught laughing alone again, I might just be referred to get services here.
That's hilarious.
Oh, my God, Karina, please, you got to video it when it happens.
Yeah, yes. That'll take her phone from her.
Oh, right, I'm sorry.
But they're so funny.
They're my friends, really.
Keep your questions coming. Keep calling us. Keep giving us a shout out. Keep giving us the text.
We love you guys, and keep sharing our app, please.
For sure. And ask any question. We're getting it all out. Tomorrow, we'll never speak of any of this. This is your shot.
But the show's repeating all day.
Oh,
so
yeah.
Oh, damn it.
No, we're an open book. And there was a window there where we were like, limited on what we could say legally. But now, we were able to say stuff in October, but it's like whatever. We're moving forward. And so those are just crazy stories, and we have plenty.
Yeah.
And now, it's time for...
Larry, you look very on sports.
Oh, my God. So much to talk about.
So much.
Right.
What do you got?
Well, we got some Peyton Manning stuff.
Yeah.
Him and his brother Eli, they had some words.
Huh? Okay.
I heard Peyton was talking about his brother.
No.
Yeah.
Oh, you heard wrong,
Okay.
Larry on sports.
Peyton.
Peyton?
Why is everyone talking about your brother?
Because he's better looking than me.
Oh, my God.
And I have this huge forehead, like five head, and he still has kind of hair.
For real, Larry.
Did you know Peyton Manning got a hole-in-one the other day in a golf course? He got a hole-in-one.
Well, he's just enjoying his retirement, isn't he?
They're talking about, I don't know if it's a joke or not, but him joining the PGA and all that stuff.
You know what?
It was not a hole-in-one. It was some suck-up caddy that ran in there and threw in the hole and then hid in the bush.
He got a hole in.
Oh, my God, you did it.
You're amazing,
Oh,
Peyton.
man, thanks.
Yeah, love you, Peyton. Back to your brother. Why is everyone talking about him, Larry Ulibarri?
Well, because he held up a bank.
No.
He sexually harassed a lady.
No, this is crazy, huge news. How did... You're just
he
kidding, right, Larry? You obviously know what
He
it
pooped
is.
his pants, but he was only wearing a jockstrap, so it got all over the couch.
No.
No?
That's not it. That's not it, Peyton.
Well, clearly Larry's not informed.
Okay. The Giants are benching Eli Manning.
Well, not a lot of people know what that means, Kathie. Benching is a frat term for bending somebody over a bench, and you spank them in their jockstrap because they pooped on the couch.
It means he's no longer the leader of the team. He's not the quarterback. They're going to put Phillip Rivers in.
Eli Manning will not be starting this week for the Giants for the first time in 211 games.
Okay, so here's the deal.
Wow, this is crazy. A Manning getting benched?
He even had the longest streak of any quarterback in the league for consecutive starts.
Yep, he ran around the nakedest for the longest amount of time. All right, here's the deal. Here's the deal, everybody. Listen up. Pay attention. I'm a professional. If you're listening, John Elway, sign my brother because Denver needs him, and he'll be revived once he comes to Denver, like I was. So I really think the answer is for the Broncos to sign my brother.
All right, Peyton, did you hear what Eli's comments were about being benched?
Obviously not. He didn't know Eli was benched.
Right,
Why
exactly. How would I know that? How would I know that?
How hard is it hitting you emotionally?
Hard day to handle this, but hang in there and figure it out.
Hardest day as a Giant, you would say?
It's up there. Yeah.
Do you feel like you might have started your last game for the Giants?
I don't know. I don't know. I'll take it one week at a time.
Listen to my brother. It's just one of them days when I want to be all alone, when I'm angry inside. Don't want to take it out on you.
Peyton, it's kind of crazy.
I know, but like I said, somebody else is going to pick up my brother, and he's going to come through because you don't just lose it. You know what I mean? Like, he may be having a bad time or a struggle, but you don't lose the gift, and that guy still has more in him.
Right,
So,
he's got a Manning gift.
Yeah, props and luck to the people who signed my brother.
Okay, the Giants aren't letting him go, are they?
There's a good chance that they're going to let him go. But it's funny because
you might want to go because sometimes they just piss you off. So you're like, hey, get me out of here.
That's true. That's very true.
The Fox 31's Sunday football before the kickoff game, when it's like Terry Bradshaw, Howie Long, all those guys hosting it. I forget his name, but he was a comedian that was on The Daily Show, and he's been in a bunch of 21 Jump Street.
I believe that's what you're talking about.
He's the comedian.
Joel McHale?
No, I forget his name. Anyway,
Okay.
so he's the comedy aspect of that show, and so he's been ripping the Giants' whole coaching staff because he did. So a lot of the blame could be on the coaching staff, and Eli, just like us, the quarterback gets the blame because he's the first guy on the field to get the blame, but it's not his fault.
He's going to flourish wherever he goes, and I tell you, they already hurt his feelings. He ain't going to resign with the Giants.
No, because this is embarrassing. I mean, you could have waited till the. I mean,
this is worse, Kathy. This is worse than pooping on a couch in a jockstrap. That's embarrassing.
That's how bad it is.
Exactly.
That's right.
Have you done that, Peyton?
Like
yes, it's that Papa John's pizza. It goes right through me. It really does.
Oh my God!
And that's Larry Ulibarri on sports
and pooping in jockstraps.
Yeah, it's a bad visual.
Hey, it's Larry,
Kathie,
and Wiggins, and you're listening to Blazing Hit Radio.
Blazing Hit Radio, Larry Ulibarri, Kathie J. Wiggins.
Yeah, you can call us, text us, give us a shout out, 303-728-3420, but it's all within the apps. So who's this?
Yo, my name is Anissa.
Hi, Anissa. What's up?
Hey, my question is, I drive by your guys' building every day, and I get to see you and Wiggins on it. When do I get to see my girl Kathie on it?
That's right, girl. I love you.
Kathie's on the back end of the building. She's on the garage door on the other side. So Wiggins and I are facing Spear. She's
I'm over there
facing the Ramada.
25th or whatever.
That's not cool.
No.
I told them.
This
I love you, and thank you for listening and finding us. But I told them it would be so easy for you just to take the image off of the door right here and make it Kathie, and then it would be good.
I know. The thing is, this studio was for the podcast beforehand, so it was all mocked up for that. And we were going to change it out, but like we may end up changing studio locations.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
So they thought that cost wasn't worth it because it's not necessarily the cheapest thing to do. So we figured if we're moving out of here within months, then we may as well not go ahead and brand the building.
Well, I'll just find a temporary solution and just get someone to tag. A stick figure,
tag. I'm totally with it, girl. You know what? You have to let us know when you're going to be coming by some morning. We want to run out and say hi to you.
Yeah, we want to start taking street polls. So, like, people will take polls from that are stuck at that red light.
Yes.
And then we can ask them, hey, what is your thoughts on, or Kathie can stand up there if she loses a bet with one of those sandwich signs.
What say you?
Right. You can flip the sign,
I could do that. Hit somebody in the eye.
I'm so glad to drive back in my mornings. It just makes my day. So thank you guys so much. I love you.
Oh, thanks.
Thank you. We love you too. Thanks for staying there with us. Mwah.
Yeah, of course.
Bye.
All right, guys.
All right,
bye. The other advantage to being on Spear here is sometimes we'll open the door and some super duper hottie dude's walking his little puppy.
Oh, totally.
Remember that guy with the little...
He's hot.
What was that little terrier or something?
I don't know. I couldn't choose between the puppy or him.
The guy, right. And he's like, it's my girlfriend and my dog. And we're like, leave. Just kidding. No, but I do look for that guy all the time. I wonder if he's still walking his dog.
Yeah, of course you do.
Because it's the dog.
Definitely, it's the dog.
And his sweatpants.
I met the best dog yesterday out back by the garage.
You went to Outback Steakhouse?
No.
Oh, behind the building.
Yes, so you know how everybody is out there.
Oh, you met the pit bull.
Yes, I met this, and I love pit bulls to begin with, but this is probably the sweetest pit bull I've ever met. Her name was Zoe. She's a little blue pit bull, and she is just the sweetest little thing. Yeah, so you've met her.
No, I have a story because I was coming in to the parking garage, and we get here at this is when we were getting here at 4 a.m. And so I was carrying all these. It was the day of our photo shoot, so I had a bunch of clothes and stuff.
Right.
So I got out of my car, and the garage door opened.
Okay.
And usually a car pulls in or a person.
Right.
So all of a sudden the garage door opens, and this pit bull walks in.
And she's a big pit bull.
Right. And she's looking at me, and she starts going.
Oh.
And I was like, oh my God. And she's like rounding me.
Yeah, because he doesn't have her on a leash.
Right. And so she's coming around to the side of me and like making a move and going,
oh, I would have been terrified.
And I was like, hello? I was like, does this dog have its own garage door opener?
Yeah, right.
And
Like it's on
is
the
there
dog.
a person? And so he came around and he was like, oh, she's a baby, don't worry. And I was like, yeah, kind of worried.
Growling.
She's growling. And then so it turned out that guy is a Chicarco. And he's
part of the mob.
He's my buddy Ernie
and you know
Chicarco's
brother. Of course you know him. Yeah. All right, we got somebody else on the line. Hello?
Hello.
Who's this?
This is Oz.
Oz. He's all Ozzy Osbourne.
What's up, Oz?
What's up, buddy?
How's it going?
Good, man. You got a question?
Yeah. Do you guys have any big regrets that maybe you can share? That you wish you could like change in the
You
past?
mean about how this our radio career, or just in general?
In general.
Oh, any regrets?
Man, how long? We don't have enough time.
Gosh, you know what?
Ain't that the truth?
I regret buying that one car off of that place on Federal.
Yeah.
I regret.
Let's see. I guess I could regret.
I regret that one guy.
Regrets.
I regret eating a candy bar for breakfast this morning.
Regrets?
Regrets.
Sorry, I was having a Milky Way.
I regret not being able to tell the guy just one time how I really felt. Like I'd smart off to him. Yeah, I'd smart off to him.
Yeah.
But I just wish that I just could have spoke my mind to that boss. just
Everybody had a
one
bad
time.
boss.
Yeah.
Everybody's got it. That's
my
why
only regret.
If you don't like it, move on.
I don't know. I don't really. I mean, I guess maybe I would have went plant-based sooner.
Wow. Larry's
You're
regrets.
an idiot.
I just feel bad for the animals. Sorry.
Okay, fine.
That's a good question. That's a hard question.
Yeah, I mean, like
We all have regrets.
I guess.
Do you have a regret?
Way to flip it.
What say you?
Yeah, I guess one of my regrets is I guess I never had like the college experience.
Well, do
yeah.
you smoke pot or you drink? Because that's pretty much
Were you ever once at a house party?
Did you ever go
Right.
out?
That
Did you
probably-
ever experiment with your sexuality? That's a college thing.
Exactly.
Okay.
I was
Do
like,
you have anybody
it's not
that-
too late, man. Come over. We're at like on
Right.
Spear.
We'll totally get down. Friday night is like 2 nights
we'll
away.
start it
No, happy
Right.
hour.
Happy hour tomorrow. We'll start there.
Alamo Draft House, Colfax, 4 to 6. Come on, we'll relive college together.
Right, totally. We can get up early and
I didn't go
walk
to college
across.
either. It was like in our religion, it was not like you were not allowed to. It was not something you were supposed to do because the world was going to end
So why go
tomorrow.
why waste all that money on college?
Exactly. So there was some witnesses that bucked the trend and sent their kids anyway.
Yeah, right.
And those are the witnesses who don't do janitorial work. The rest do.
Oh yeah.
It's true. It's true. There's a ton of witnesses that do janitorial work. I don't know why. It's true. I don't know why that stat is
I'm
what
going
it
to
is.
pick up after these sinners.
I guess I could have a regret. Maybe I should have got out of the cult sooner. I guess that's a regret.
were a
God, you don't
kid.
have
You were
really
a
real
kid.
regrets?
Real regrets? Oh yeah, like I should have exercised more.
Okay, I have those regrets. Absolutely.
Wiggins is not satisfied with my regrets. You ain't got anything more recent?
He's like, there's obviously more.
I have
see
regrets
it.
for you, bro. No.
Oh, yes.
All right, well,
Draft House sounds good.
all right. See
Thanks,
you later.
buddy.
Thanks for
Bye.
calling, man. Bye. 303-728-3420. Call us anytime. Larry, you talked
Oh,
about...
I have a regret.
Uh-huh.
I regret that, but it almost kind of like made our relationship better. But Chris and I split up for like over a year,
Oh yeah, that was hell.
and I regret that
You
because
shouldn't.
I know, but I think it was like necessary for us.
It was a lot of crazy crap went down that year between the two of you.
Right. So it was just like, and the lesson learned there was, if your relationship's hanging on by a thread, don't have a threesome.
Don't have a threesome.
Yeah.
It's not going to save it.
All right, and scene.
Well, and here's the thing:
It's going
is,
to break it up.
you know why I went toward that guy?
Why?
Because I didn't want Chris to have a thing with him, because that would have killed me.
Okay.
So I almost made the move and pulled the trigger and started hanging out with the other dude.
Right.
And I wasn't even really like. It was a mistake. It's a regret. It's a regret.
Right. You know what you need to regret is when you took him to Disney World.
I go to Disney World. That's part of my DNA. So
but
I'm
you
gonna.
don't take him to Disney World. That is sacred ground.
I regret
remember
it.
when I heard that, I went,
I regret it.
All right.
But Disney World's my thing.
All right.
I can have a thing.
Well, that's a good regret. All right.
"It's our thing." thing.
I know. I brought it into our thing now, and
You're bringing other people into your world.
You can't bring other strangers into
Fine,
your
I
thing.
regret it. I'm sorry.
I mean, y'all were just dating. Who gets to go to Disney World when you just start dating?
Because in the beginning you think, oh my gosh, like I can't believe I just ruined my whole marriage, and this better work.
I'm going to Disney.
I'm going big.
All right, 303-728-3420. Give us a shout out from the app. You can click on the shout out button, or you can call or text us sext us if you want.
We can
All from the
send
app.
us a personal
Send us
picture.
a personal picture. Text us, whatever you want to do.
Okay.
303-728-3420, and we'll be right back.
Hey, it's Larry, Kathie, and Wiggins, and you're listening to Blazing Hit Radio.
Check it out. Let me know and I'll take you there.
Time for another hit.
Blazing Hit Radio.
It's that time of year again.
To team up with the Green Solution for the Blazing Hit Radio Christmas Wish.
We need you to nominate someone you know who might be having a hard time.
We all have points in our life where we just need help, but sometimes it's hard to ask for it.
So send us a paragraph or two on behalf of a friend, a spouse, or a family member.
And make sure your letter includes you and your recipient's contact info, and tell us their situation and what they could use.
Send your emails to ChristmasWish@blazinghitradio.com by December 14th.
Merry Christmas from all of us at the Green Solution and Blazing Hit Radio.
It's going to be so exciting to be able to answer those letters and continue to do what we've done for the last 15 years.
They're already coming in. They're coming in.
That's awesome. So yeah, definitely nominate somebody that you know. It could even be somebody in your immediate family.
Yes,
you know?
absolutely.
Nominate your kids. Nominate your husband. Or nominate your aunt or whatever.
Right. As much as you can't nominate yourself.
Right, I know,
So
but
if
then
you
you
have
could-
kids in the situation, nominate them.
Right. Or then
we have to have two people on the phone.
for sure. And so maybe you say, hey husband, nominate me.
Yeah, you're right. Exactly.
Look it
Here's
up.
the address.
Right.
You have to do it by this
Exactly.
deadline.
You can at least do that.
Right.
Larry and Kathy J's Blazing Hit Radio.